action continues, including with Texas A&M playing at Mississippi State tonight. We will talk about what Tennessee did on Saturday, beating Vanderbilt, getting ready for Texas A&M this weekend. We are scheduled to be joined by Ron Slay during the first hour of the show. Ron Slay is with 3HL every afternoon, and he is with the SEC Network. His travel plans with the SEC Network have moved around a little bit today. So Ron is planning to join us, I believe, from the Nashville airport during the first hour of today's show. So we'll talk to the VFL and SEC basketball legend Ron Slay today. We will talk college football, Tennessee football. That always comes back to the SEC, the Power Two, as they really are, the SEC and the Big Ten, with meetings this week about what will happen with the future of college football. Perhaps a positive step being taken in the world of name, image, likeness. We'll get to that on today's show and invite you to join us along the way. You can call or text in at 865-656-9900. We would love to hear from you, as we always love to chat with you about what's going on with Tennessee and the biggest topics in the sports world. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ward. Good, man. Good. Got Tennessee baseball today, little midweek action.
Little news there. The start time has moved up 30 minutes with Tennessee baseball as we have some cooler temperatures coming because they're already pretty cool out there. So Tennessee baseball moving the start time up 30 minutes to 4 o'clock today. They announced that not too long ago. 6 minutes ago, in fact. So 4 o'clock start for Tennessee baseball against UNC Asheville. Can I tell you something very quickly, and then we'll move forward because nobody needs to hear complaining or weather updates from me?
You got tickets for us to go?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
Why not?
But I'm good on winter. I've had my fill. I'm good.
No more?
I know Mr. Phil, first name Punxsutawney, told us a couple of weeks ago that we have 6 more weeks to go, so I don't know if we're halfway through
You done?
his extension, but I'm good. I also recognize it's still February, so this comes with the territory, but I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too, man.
Let's heat this bad boy back up.
Yeah, I'm ready. Just stop playing with my emotions. That's all.
Right.
Like don't make it 71 day and
We got quite the tease.
yeah, like don't do that, man. That's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm ready for, mild weather. Give me some 50s, give me some 60s, leading up to spring. I'm all for that. But
Yep. I know Mama's in charge, and Mother Nature has told us that we're gonna have to deal with it a little bit longer. But
yeah,
whenever she's ready to ease up, I'm ready.
when she speaks, we listen. We understand that. But my goodness, you Mama, you affecting Tennessee baseball.
That's right.
We can't have that. They're
That's right.
National champions.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll fire off a few more hot takes on today's show
We
to
might need them.
balance it out. What do you think?
We might need them. What you got? You got one early for us?
I've got one. I got a hot take for you.
Tennessee baseball will lead the country in home runs.
Tennessee baseball is my lock of the day in college baseball at home against UNC Asheville.
There you go.
That's my pick of the day. Another one. I think Tennessee baseball is in pretty good shape with 5 games to go in the regular season. How about that one?
Pretty good shape for a 1 seed.
Actually, in pretty good shape to have a shot at one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Not the best shape possible. I think Auburn is in better shape for a 1 seed.
Yeah, I would say they're probably in the best shape of any team in college basketball, considering they have 14 quad 1 wins. But
Yeah, but I'm curious with Alabama and Tennessee. I think they're very comparable in what they've done. Alabama is ahead of Tennessee and deserves to be, in my opinion, right now.
sure do.
But the finish for Alabama is brutal. They play at Missouri tomorrow. Losable game.
Very losable because Missouri can shoot it.
Every game the rest of the way is losable, some more than others. The 2 games after Missouri are both at home against Kentucky and Mississippi State. I like Alabama's chances to win those games, but again, those are tough games. And then the final 3 at Tennessee, home for Florida. Florida already went to Auburn and won. Why can't they go to Alabama and win? And then at Auburn. So the final stretch for Alabama includes 3 games against top 5 teams per KenPom, 5 games against teams in the top 20, and all 6 are against top 30 teams. That's the final 6 games for Alabama. So let's see what happens there with the Tide. They might win a bunch of those games and secure a number 1 spot in the end, and that would be deserved. If they go, let's say, 4-2 or better, no doubt Bama's a number 1 seed. But 3-3 or worse, and if one of those losses is to Tennessee head-to-head, maybe Tennessee can jump back up into a 1-seed spot. I think trying to either catch Alabama or Florida is the realistic goal. I'd be surprised if they catch Duke. I know Bama's just ahead of Duke right now in the projections, but despite an injury last night, Duke has Illinois, neutral court game coming up on Saturday, and then Miami stinks, Florida State stinks, Wake Forest, not great, that one's at home, and then North Carolina, you never know, but sometimes you do.
When did you become so harsh? I mean, I thought that was pretty harsh by you.
That was a little harsh.
You said a team just stinks?
Beep, beep, beep. We'll back it up. Miami, not great. Florida State, could be better. Wake Forest, doing their best. UNC rivalry game. How about that?
All right. Yeah, that's better, man. Ken Palm says Alabama's going to go 3-3 the rest of the season, and Ken Palm is producing a fat L tonight versus Missouri.
Yeah,
tomorrow
night.
Tomorrow versus Missouri. So,
what about March 1st in Knoxville?
L, 6-point dub for the Vols.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And then have them losing again to Auburn. So, I mean, Alabama's deep. They can score a lot of points. Lately, they just – and I know they beat Texas down. They were up by a lot of points against Arkansas. Arkansas was able to come back. They still won by 4 points. But just the last couple times I've watched Alabama, their best player is not playing the best. And I think sometimes it really comes down to that in sports. Is your best player playing the best for you? And I don't think Mark Sears has been the best version of himself in the last couple of games. So that might continue, or that might stop tomorrow, and Missouri may lose to Alabama. But Alabama is gettable, man, for sure.
Mark Sears, when he plays really well, is really fun to watch and is a terrific player. He's up there with the best in the country. When he plays poorly, that's a tough watch.
Yeah, I mean,
and that can have a really negative effect on what they're doing.
He looks like the game is never too fast for him. On one hand, on the other hand, it looks like he's not playing as hard as he should. Like, he's cool. Like, you have those guys that they never look out of control. They never look frazzled. That's him. But at the same time, like, I just don't see that strain sometimes that you see in other players. And so maybe that's his demeanor. But again, he's not playing like the Mark Sears played last year when they made a run to the Final Four.
Joey says if one SEC team is on the bubble for a 1 seed, the committee would be foolish to give it to them anyway. I think the max 1 seed SEC teams will be 2. Maybe in the end that's the way it plays out. Maybe Houston jumps up there, but where it stands right now, the SEC has 5 of the top 6 in the projections.
It looks like it's going to be 3.
There's a good chance. Not guaranteed, but a good chance, I think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Florida, you look at Florida's record for the rest of the season. I know they play Alabama, but they play Oklahoma tonight. They play LSU. They play Georgia. I mean, come on, Josh. That's 3 wins right there. They play Texas A&M. That would be a tough game, but they should win that one. And then they play Alabama away, and then finish the regular season at home versus Mississippi. Ken Palm has them going 5-1 for the rest of the season. If they go 5-1, they're going to be a 1 seed. Auburn has to lose like 3 or 4 or 5 games in a row to not be a 1 seed. So there's your 2 1 seeds right there. Will it be Alabama? Will it be Tennessee?
Tennessee has to do one thing. Worry about its own business.
That's it.
That starts with Texas A&M on Saturday. Ron Slade going through security at the Nashville airport, getting ready for his travel. He has to still do that?
Yeah.
I figured in Nashville he just gets ushered right on through. You didn't send your plane over there for him so he could just fly private right on over?
No, we got to check them pockets.
Okay.
No one is exempt from that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to follow the rules now.
Chip believes Mother Nature must be kin to Tim Corbin with all this hate toward Tennessee's baseball team and the weather. Might be. We'll check in on it. We'll come back. We invite you to be a part of the show today. We appreciate you being with us. Call or text at 865-656-9900. We will check in with Ron Slay this hour, the Slay Ride. Every week thanks to Native Design. We'll talk Tennessee hoops. We'll talk college football, name, image, likeness updates in the world of college athletics. We have a lot to cover this afternoon. Stay right here with us on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford, locally owned and operated. If you are looking for a truck, check out the options they have with Ford Truck Month to help you with exactly what you need. Looking for a truck, looking for an SUV. You can save big time right now on SUV options, including the 2024 Ford Expedition, which is a wonderful big SUV option. If you need a large family SUV, check out the Ford Expedition. You can save up to $7,000 off MSRP right now on a new Ford Expedition. Their truck lineup includes so many different combinations, and the experience is always going to be top of the line. Customer service, the customer experience is the priority. At Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer and the home of your next Ford. The vehicles that my wife and I drive every day came from Ted Russell Ford from both locations, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. 2 locations to shop, and you can always start online. Check out the inventory. See what's available right now at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies in local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Tennessee fans, SEC action is underway at the Food City Center for Vol Hoops.
Fires a 3 over the top and hits from the left wing.
Multiple games are already sold out. Don't wait to get your tickets to catch the Vols in action with exciting SEC matchups in the Food City Center this season.
Gets the outlet pass and slams at the other end. Relentless pursuit of the basketball by Tennessee.
Don't wait. Tickets are going fast, so buy them today and join the fun. Visit allvols.com.
At Chafee, we believe your home or business should be a place where comfort and reliability come together seamlessly. With our comprehensive HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services, we ensure your systems work flawlessly, giving you peace of mind and exceptional comfort. Chafee Air and Plumbing is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer, and they are ready to assist you. Trust in our innovative designs that are engineered for comfort. Call 865-381-4414 or visit coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Call Coverall Health-Based Cleaning System at 865-588-5200 to properly clean your office or medical facility. Coverall cleans for health, not just for appearance. Call Coverall today at 865-588-5200 to have them cover all your cleaning needs with the quality results you seek consistently. Coverall provides full service to all types of commercial facilities to accommodate your needs and your budget. Call 865-588-5200 or visit them at coverall.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain, thank you for being with us on this Tuesday afternoon. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. And just to clarify, so we have bracketology projections from folks like Joe Lenardi at ESPN, Jerry Palm of CBS Sports, and many other outlets that project. But we also get official updates. So this past weekend, the NCAA Tournament Basketball Selection Committee put out a bracket preview. Auburn, the number 1 overall seed, that was strengthened with their win against Alabama. And the other number 1 seeds were Alabama, then Duke, then Florida, just out of Tennessee. So we see the bracketology updates with Tennessee as the number 5 overall team. They were number 5 overall, according to the committee. And then Texas A&M was number 6, followed by Purdue and Houston. Houston won at Arizona, so nice win there. Purdue plays Michigan State, big game tonight. But that's not just online projections, which are pretty solid when you follow those, but that's from the committee this past weekend. So 5 of the top 6 teams are from the SEC. Number 6 is Texas A&M, right behind Tennessee, and getting ready to host the Volunteers on Saturday. A&M plays at Mississippi State tonight, so that is a big game for the Aggies. Bit of a trap spot considering Mississippi State's really good, coming off a win against Ole Miss, and A&M's going to be hosting a big-time opponent, a team just ahead of the Aggies on Saturday. So that game is worth paying attention to tonight. Texas A&M playing at Mississippi State.
A&M is predicted to lose, according to Ken Palm, to Mississippi State. And
Mississippi State's a favorite in that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a good team.
Mississippi State is kind of built like us as far as toughness and defense. So that'd be a really good one. It'll be a physical game. And Mississippi State's not the easiest place to play. They're at the hump. So good opportunity tonight to do some scouting on Texas A&M.
Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Florida at home against Oklahoma. Ooh, get LSU South Carolina. Somebody's got to win that one. LSU coming off a win against Oklahoma.
That's your reaction? I was thinking more like, ugh.
Either one applies. Yeah, same reason. And then Purdue at Michigan State, when I mentioned. Then Illinois at Wisconsin. So nice slate of hoops tonight as you can kick back, relax as a Tennessee fan with a stress-free midweek. All right, let's say hello to him. Ron Slay, VFL, SEC Network, 3HL, future Tennessee Sports Hall of Famer, getting ready for a big travel move. Ron Slay, good afternoon. How are you?
Man, I'm good. How you guys doing, man?
Hey, we're doing great. The sleigh ride, which we hop on every week, moving it up as your travel has moved around, so we appreciate you making time for us. We do it every week thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. NativeTN.com is the website. Ron, you were part of SEC Network coverage this past Saturday while Tennessee was playing Vanderbilt. You had a message for the team there, for Zakai Ziegler included, at halftime when the first half didn't go great. They responded. You had a chance to talk to Zakai. In fact, after the game, you saw the rally by Tennessee. Thoughts throughout that 40 minutes, where you were and what you saw after 20 minutes of basketball and what the next 20 minutes told you about Tennessee in that win?
Man, a lot of the time, man, while watching, I was just shaking my head. Because, one, you got to understand what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with an Auburn guy that's sitting next to me, and Damian Fishback, who his team is rolling. So I got to deal with that. And then he was side-eyeing me the whole time, like, oh, this is the Tennessee team that we think we were going to see. I'm like, come on, dog. Give it an opportunity. Then we went down the lane of, it's just Vanderbilt, man. Nobody cares about them. I said, no, you're wrong. We do care about this. This is a rivalry. Like, you don't want, especially to get swept by Vanderbilt. So going through it, man, watching the game, I'm like, come on, man, this is not what it's supposed to be. And it was, all I could see was a non-impact of Zakai. You know what I'm saying? And as a senior, being in those shoes before, knowing what, how you can let go of the rope and all of a sudden it starts spiraling out of control and you can't get it, this was the opportunity for them to right the ship. And I just thought, man, that at this point in the second half, this is when you show who you are. And this is what you're made of. Like, I understand who Vanderbilt is. I know who they are. They're the same team that I said at the beginning of the season. They're going to beat teams they're not supposed to, and they're going to lose to some teams they're not supposed to. That's not changed because they're establishing something. You already who you are and who we think you are. You're supposed to be able to go handle these, especially being at home. And Zakai's supposed to be the ring leader of that. And I thought, man, he came out and answered the bell like he was supposed to. You always got to be engaged, especially when everybody is looking at you, offensively and defensively. Everything you do trickles down to those guys. So if you're going through the motion, they're going to go through the motion. But if you're going to the level that you're supposed to be at, then they got to pick it up too. If not, you can turn to them and say, hey, man, you need to pick it up, and it means something.
Slay, have you had one of those games where, for whatever reason, it just wasn't happening for you, and then someone had to say something to you? In this case, Rick basically called Zakai trash at halftime, and that made him upset, and we saw the second half of Zakai. Did anyone say that to you in your career, maybe at a point during the game? Maybe it was halftime or timeout that told you, hey, Ron, man, you trash today, man, and then you just turned it on.
Man, I usually, Swain, I was on the other end of that most of the times. Like, it was usually me being the guy to call someone out. I think once I got to my junior year and I got more responsibility being in the starting lineup, like Vince would be that guy to look at me and say, hey, man, come on, big fella, I need you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I had to get it together. I think my senior year, when it was just me and John Higgins as far as being the lone seniors, John, I think he did it. I don't remember which game it was, but I remember him coming to me on the bench and was like, hey, big fella, I need you, dog. Like, you ain't here, but I need you to come with it. I can't remember what game it was, but, you know, I wasn't having a great scoring output that game. And, you know, it was little things that you could do, though, the energy-wise, you know what I mean, rebounding, all the other things, communicating, and I had to pick it up. So it happened probably like on 2 occasions throughout my career. And then you always had that one guy that can always get your attention, even if it's not a coach. Like, I would much rather it be a player, you know what I'm saying, other than a coach doing it, because, you know, that's the level of respect that you have. That's what they always talk about. Like, you ought to see how close-knit we are. If that's the case, then you can call me out on anything that I'm BSing on.
Jamal Meshack a couple weeks ago said that we were going to see a different Jamal Meshack offensively. How about him, man, in the game? Early three from the corner and then a timely shot that he made from the corner there in the second half in the last 5 minutes of the game, man. What you think about Meshack's offensive game?
Man, I loved it. I thought this is what we've been talking about. We like me and you and speaking off air, like this is the things we say. Like as a competitor, at some point you got to look at the guy defending you and be like, wait a minute, man. Like you can't guard me like this. Like it's almost like we're playing 5-on-4 and I'm just running around in the way. No, man, you're an impactful guy. Like, you put the work in. Why not shoot it? You got to shoot regardless if you make a miss. You got to shoot just to make them respect, like, we may have to close it out. At least make them shift. So, that was a big time. That was a self-check by Jemai, and you got to commend him for that. And you just got to continue to keep building. We know what he is defensively, but him to have the confidence to take that shot, that shows where he is in this season and understanding that, man, we almost at the end of this thing. And if you want to make an impact offensively, that's what you got to do. We're not asking you to take nobody off the dribble, cross them over, make an assist, throw the lob. We're asking you to shoot the open shot and make it consistently. That don't mean you got to go 100%. You ain't got to be 80%. But shoot it at least 40 to 45% because you're wide open. If you can do that, you open up so many other things.
Hey, Ron, Zakai got a technical foul, and, like, Rick didn't even say anything to him, wasn't even upset, it seemed. I think Jemai has earned the right to go dunk on somebody and yell in their face and pick up a technical foul. I want to see that run. I want to see him dunk on somebody, in your face, and just stare at them and talk bad to them.
Now, I'm all for that, Swain. And I think, guess what, man? At some point, we're going to get to see it. I think it's starting to trickle out little by little throughout this group. You see it with Igor and his mannerisms. You start to see it with Felix on that jump ball. I thought, to me, that's what changed the entire game. Yeah. Them being down 5 and that jump ball and them going down to the ground and him having the jump ball and the other guy, I don't even know who it was for Vanderbilt, but him having it and him not letting go. And he was shaking his head at the bottom of the pile saying, nope. The refs was tapping him on the arm like, oh, it's okay, guys, let it go. He said, nope, I'm not letting it go. I will not. That's a mentality, man. That's you being at home. That's me protecting everything that I got right here. And I'm standing up for my team. Honestly, man, we never thought we'd be in this position where I would come on here and say Vanderbilt is the bully. But that's what it is. With Jalen Carey, Mannion, and McLaughlin, they bully guys, and they're undersized, but that's the way they play. That's the mentality they bring to Vanderbilt's team. That's why they're able to go out and beat people on the interior that are bigger than them. And that was finally the time for Felix to stand up, and he did, and the entire momentum of the game shifted after that.
Ron Slay is with us. We'll continue. Ron Slay getting ready to travel with SEC Network duties. What's it like when you cruise through the Nashville airport, by the way? Does it take you longer to get to your spot because of all the stops you get for the fans?
It's actually cool, man. I kind of incognito somehow, some way, walking through here, got the hood on, kind of get to my seat. And I think it's easier getting in here than it is out there walking the streets. So it's cool.
I love it. So the basketball coverage continues. Tennessee's off during the midweek, getting ready for a huge game on Texas A&M. We'll talk about games that Ron Slay will be covering during the midweek, and then Tennessee's big game coming up on Saturday when we come back. We are with Ron Slay every week on the Slay Ride thanks to Native Design. It's your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. They turn ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. You can call 865-310-3256 or visit the website nativetn.com for Native Design. We continue on the Slay Ride here on Josh and Swain.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
Caller 5 right now to 656 wins qualifies in the Chill It and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, and a $100 gift card from Coors Light and 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 right now. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball is back in action at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this afternoon with a home contest against UNC Asheville. The Vols are coming off a season-opening sweep of Hofstra over the weekend. Fourth-ranked teams in men's college hoops tonight at 7 o'clock. Second-ranked Florida takes on Oklahoma. Number 7 Texas A&M is at number 21 Mississippi State. 13th-ranked Purdue visits 14th-ranked Michigan State. 8 o'clock, number 8 Iowa State takes on Colorado. Number 9 Texas Tech is at TCU. 8:30, number 11 Wisconsin welcomes Illinois. 9 o'clock, 5th-ranked Houston visits Arizona State. Number 16 Marquette takes on Seton Hall. Number 23 Kansas visits BYU. Major League Baseball news. First baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays have failed to reach a contract extension before the given deadline set by Guerrero and his team, meaning the four-time All-Star is set to hit free agency come this November. I'm Joel Silverberg.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, seniors. This is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Don't miss the huge arcade gun and knife show and sale this weekend at the Knoxville Expo Center, featuring thousands of rifles, shotguns, handguns, wholesale ammo, and reloading supplies, all at liquidation prices. It's like shopping at the world's largest sporting goods store. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 9 to 4 at the Knoxville Expo Center.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit KnoxFT.com, schedule your free fit consultation today, and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the sports animal. That's KnoxFT.com.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and it's Wham Dougal time at Frazier's Carpet One. It's February, and Frazier's is packed to the rafters with carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile and plank, ceramic, and more. So it's time for our once-a-year Wham Dougal sale. If it's in stock, it's on sale. Carpet from 69 cents a square foot. Hardwood from $1.99 a square foot. Luxury vinyl plank from 79 cents a square foot. And the list goes on and on. January was our biggest and best sale ever. Frazier's suppliers are chomping at the bit to keep the momentum rocking. So if you're even thinking about new floor covering, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. And we'll come to you with free in-home estimates.
Frazier's, I like your style.
It's a Wham Dougal of a sale for the floor. From the store you trust more, Frazier's Carpet One.
My fellow Americans, we have big news at Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway. Our President's Day sales event is going on every day from now until the end of the month. Get $4,000 off a brand new Kia Sportage with over 40 to choose from. Save $5,000 on a brand new Kia Sorento, or come to Alcoa Highway today and save thousands on a new Telluride with over 50 to choose from. As always, every new Kia comes with Rusty's no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss the huge President's Day sales event only at Rusty Wallace Kia on Alcoa Highway.
See dealer for details.
A new year brings so much hope and promise. Let's make sure your financial plan is ready. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach, now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management. The new year is the perfect time to create a financial plan that encompasses your dream for the future amidst the changing economy. Whether you have a question about retirement or your business succession plan, give us a call here at Axiom Wealth Management. Head to axiom.nm today to schedule a consultation. Axiom is of Northwestern Mutual Private Client Group.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
We'll continue to see a mixture of sun and clouds as we head through the remainder of our Tuesday. High temperatures topping out right around 44 degrees this afternoon with a light breeze out of the northeast, which will make it feel a little cooler at times. So make sure to have that jacket and coat handy. We are tracking increasing snow chances through the overnight. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 five-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward, and we continue with another VFL. Tennessee and SEC basketball legend Ron Slay is with us with 3HL in Nashville each afternoon and the SEC Network, and he's with us each week on the Sleigh Ride thanks to Native Design. Great local company. Can help you get ready for spring. We'll be here soon, I promise, and the summer months to follow. Your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. Call 865-310-3256 to get in touch with Native Design. And Ron, Tennessee is off in the midweek with a huge road game on Saturday at Texas A&M. Currently, Tennessee would be the number 5 overall team. Texas A&M number 6 overall team, both 2 seeds in the NCAA tournament projections. A&M has a big game tonight against Mississippi State on the road, while Tennessee has the week to get ready. But what do you think looking ahead to Saturday with Texas A&M's road game in mind in between?
Man, it's going to be a tough one. We need everybody to be healthy walking into this one because this is going to be a battle of bigs. Henry Coleman, Anderson Garcia, Pharrell Payne, Solomon Washington. Like, they got some interior guys that they throw at you, and they all crash the glass like no other. It's like almost having 3 Dennis Rodmans on the court at one time with guys with Wade Taylor and Zurich Phelps that'll shoot from anywhere, man. Like, they are potent. Buzz Williams does a great job with his defense and his attention to detail. They believe in what he's preaching. And I think kind of like Tennessee, they're trying to build momentum and rise and be able to get that 2 seed, lock it in, maybe even challenge for a 1 seed, depending on how things shake out. So I think Tennessee got their work cut out for them. Guys have to understand what you're trying to get to. This will not be a time to try to play around with the ball. This is a physical, handsy, active team. Their defense leads to offense, and you got to know what Wade Taylor is. If the game's close, man, know exactly where he is, and it doesn't matter if he missed 10 shots already. That next one has a great, great possibility of going in. So people, this won't be one of these games where you come out lackluster in the first half and think you're going to walk away and come back in the second half and come back with a victory. That won't happen at A&M. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison, Ron, about Dennis Rodman, because Texas A&M guys, they got terrible wardrobe just like Dennis Rodman had when he was playing. Because what they wore this past weekend was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why would Adidas put that out, man? That's Adidas's fault, man. Like, I'm so glad we switched to Nike. It was cool when we were in school, the baggy look, and the classic look. All that's fine, but them trying to gain some ground by giving them uniforms, that was a no-go. That was a no-go.
I thought it was to fire the players up. Hey, you're going to look like this. You're not going to like it. That'll get them to go, hey, if I'm going to look like this, I better play a lot better than I look in the uniform. I thought that was by design.
Yeah, that's absolutely probably what it did. We'll see. We'll see how many times they wear it after this. That'll let you know how fired up they were about it.
Swain, speaking of Wade Taylor, you're tired of seeing him out there? You're ready for him to graduate and move on?
I mean, Ron mentioned like 2 or 3 guys I thought was already graduated. Like, my goodness, Henry Coleman's still there?
Yeah. They got a nucleus, dog. Like, they got a nucleus that's been there. Solomon Washington been there. Jace Carter coming off the bench seems like he's been there. Hayden Hefner, he's been there for a nice run. So, and led by Wade Taylor. Like, this is it. I mean, this is where you kind of, in a sense, want college basketball to be, though. You want these guys to grow old and get tired of, because we had so many. Imagine what we were 4 or 5 years ago when there was so many young guys in the league and people bouncing and trying to go to the NBA, not getting drafted. Now you're getting these guys that are becoming mainstays in college, and people that you can say that you don't like. I was one of those guys. John Fulkerson was one of those guys. Santi, Josiah, like Zakai's becoming one of them guys. Meshack the same. So that's what you want to build up, and that means you've had an impact, and you've been noticed since your freshman year. You don't just pop up on the scene. I mean, you've been noticed for a long time, and you've been doing damage. So you need to be accounted for. That's who Wade Taylor is.
You mentioned the post play, the rebounding. Texas A&M, they're getting 42.4% of their offense rebounds, which is first in the country. So, I mean, we talking 3 guys that's really been on the front court for Tennessee. Darling Stone, I mean, he's been really out the lineup right now, but that's a lot of work, a lot of assignment that you're putting on Tennessee's 3 post guys.
It's a whole lot. It is a whole lot. And, I mean, the guards are going to have to come down and help rebound. If you don't get the rebound, man, you are in trouble because the kick out, they are all high IQ basketball players when it comes to passing and knowing where their guys are to give them second opportunities. And the guys out there on the perimeter are ready, cocked and loaded, hand already ready. As soon as that ball touches their hand, they're going to fire it. Anderson Garcia he's a load on his own. Like, I mean, he's probably the best rebounder in college basketball, and he would have been it last year if it wouldn't have been Zach Edey in the league. He was behind Zach Edey. So, man, Anderson Garcia is a load. Now, you add in a guy like Terrell Payne, who's 6'9", long, athletic, who occupies a body, Henry Coleman, Solomon Washington, who's a jumping bean. Like, these guys are the kind that you don't – if the ball goes up and you reach to box out, you might as well just go drop down and just lay on the ground. Like, it's not going to do anything. You have to turn, face box them, make sure you have contact, continue through the contact. And listen, as a coach, I'm not even going to be mad if you get a couple holding calls, if the ball bounces and then the guards go retrieve it. Like, I'm not expecting you to box and release and go jump and go get the rebound. Because if you do that, they're going to do a swim move and get around you. This is the closest thing that you will see to Michigan State Tom Izzo's rebounding drills in a live game situation playing against A&M.
So you're saying we're going to see a lot of forearms to chest?
Oh, yeah. And if it's been as physical as we expect it to be, that's when Felix, he's going to have to man up. Igor going to have to man up. Kay's going to have to man up. Like, it ain't no looking over to the sideline and looking at the refs with your palms up, asking what's going on, why we ain't getting no, this ain't this game. If you're going to do that, you might as well let's stay in Knoxville and let's not even waste the trip going down there because they're going to win it. If you go down there and do that, I can guarantee you. But another thing is, too, though, they don't take care of the ball like they should. That's one of the pet peeves, I think, in my opinion. So you got to be able to capitalize on their mistakes, man. They'll continue to fight. And outside of Wade and Zurich, they're not great shooters. Like Solomon Washington, in a sense, is being guarded how Meshack has. You know what I mean? They're daring him to take that outside shot, and he'll shoot it. Garcia, he's doing the same thing, but he'll go more dribble, handoff. Henry Coleman's not going to be a threat from outside. So you got limited threats. It's just that them second opportunities, man, will kill you.
Yeah, 306th in the nation in three-point shooting for Texas A&M. But if they keep rebounding the basketball after misses and they get second chance opportunities, eventually one of those shots is going to fall down. That's what Tennessee will try to stop on Saturday. We'll come back. Final stop this hour with Ron Slay on the Sleigh Ride every week, thanks to Native Design. Thoughts coming out of this weekend, what it means here in the final 2.5 weeks to go, 3 weekends to go in the regular season. Then it's on tournament time coming up. We'll come back with one more segment on the Sleigh Ride with VFL, Ron Slay on Josh and Swain.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical takes care of the customer every time on every job. They stand behind their work. 100% satisfaction of happy you'll be, or the service is free. If you, the customer, if you're not pleased with the work performed, they will make sure to make it right. Professional, experienced, trustworthy technicians is what you can find with Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. They come into your house and leave it cleaner and better than they found it. One thing I love about Hiller on top of that is their true transparency pricing. This is when you know the cost of the job up front before any work is done. You know what you're paying for and why. Itemizing parts and labor separately. No hidden fees, no added costs, no surprises when you get your bill. They don't just find things to fix. They only suggest repairs that you actually need. Visit my friends online for more details at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1897. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1897. That's 800-575-1897. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text WORK, the number 4TP to 85,000 to apply.
A.G. Hines Company for all your residential or commercial construction needs. For more than 100 years, the best construction companies in East Tennessee have used their building materials. Earlier this year, A.G. Hines was voted Supplier of the Year by the Associated General Contractors of Tennessee. Great-grandfather Albert Hines opened the doors of their downtown Knoxville location in 1920, where the fourth generation of the Hines family, Anna and Jacob, work. And Alex is part of the operation at their other location in the Tri-Cities. A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and it's Wham Dougal time at Frazier's Carpet One.
Frazier's, I like your style.
It's February, and everyone's fancy turns to floor covering. And just in time, Frazier's Wham Dougal sale is there to meet the need. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile and plank, ceramic, and more. Frazier's is packed to the rafters with it all. So, it's time for our once-a-year Wham Dougal sale. Slap a dap a ding dong. If it's in stock, it's on sale. So, if you're even thinking about new floor covering, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. And we'll come to you with free in-home estimates and in-home shopping.
Frazier's, I like your style.
It's a Wham Dougal of a sale for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's Carpet One.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Number 23, Kansas heads on the road to face BYU in a key matchup in the Big 12. The Jayhawks and Cougars are tied for 5th in the conference standings, with both teams sitting at 8-6. With the top 4 teams getting double byes in the Big 12 tournament, every win is important. Kansas is a slight dog, but the play tonight in college hoops is taking the Jayhawks on the money line at BYU. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us on this Tuesday afternoon. We're on an early ride with the Sleigh Ride. Each week, we talk to Ron Slay, VFL, SEC, and Tennessee basketball legend, as he'll be a part of SEC network coverage in the middle of a travel afternoon. Every week, we're on the Sleigh Ride thanks to Native Design. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. NativeTN.com is the website. Ron, before we wrap up basketball thoughts on the court, how can the folks find you with SEC network coverage?
I'll be on tonight in studio breaking down the games. We got some good games going on tonight, man. You got, like you said, A&M and Mississippi State taking place this week. You got Oklahoma and Florida. That'll be a good one. And there's one more later game. I forgot the 9 o'clock game. But y'all be locking it down all today, and then hopefully can get back to Nashville tomorrow to do a little 3HL. The snow holds off a little bit or melts, but it doesn't seem that that's going to be the case. So I may be stuck in Charlotte. So we'll see.
Okay. South Carolina at LSU, the 9 o'clock tip. There's
Yeah,
a reason.
it is, yeah.
There's a reason that one slipped your mind. Although a little bit of news with LSU, they're going to stick with their head coach and try to support a little more from an NIL standpoint. So newsworthy, because you can win at LSU, they have to have the support there to do it though in this league right now.
Man, that's exactly what I was saying. Like when they went through what they went through with Wade, it was understanding that he had to come in and kind of revamp the culture, get that black eye off the group. But you also got to understand that he came in with an empty cupboard. Like everybody left, so he had to grab players and try to have a makeshift team. And then guys were getting injured. I thought they were going to have a good year this year. Jalen Reed went down early, so. And that was the other part. You know what they're pouring into their football program. You understand what they're doing with the women's basketball. You understand what they're doing with gymnastics. Baseball, the same. Like, y'all got to put some NIL, man, into the men's basketball program. There's no reason LSU, who has a plethora of talent down there in the state, shouldn't be better than what they are. So I'm glad to hear that.
Do you see South Carolina bouncing back? I mean, this has been a tough season for Carolina. We saw Missouri have a tough season last year, and they're bouncing back this year. What do you see South Carolina moving forward?
It's going to be one of those same things. They got to kind of stay positive, and I know it's hard to do, but Dennis Gates was able to do it. Coach Paris has had these guys in every single game. They should have beat some of the bigger teams in this league. It's just been, the attention to detail and knowing how to finish games. Their guard play hasn't been like it was last year with guys like Talon Cooper and them being right there. So that's been a fall off. Studi getting hurt was a big punch in the gut for those guys. So they got to be able to hit the transfer portal like Coach Gates did, and hopefully one of those freshmen that they got coming in can kind of help turn the tide for them a little bit. But man, they got a really good coach. They got a good staff. They got to be able to finish games. Colin Murray Boyles and Nick Pringle, I expected more out of them. So you got to finish games. You can't be as passive when you're supposed to be the guy.
Hey, Ron, just a couple minutes to go here and just a few weeks to go until NCAA tournament time. What do you think about this race for the number 1 seed? So Auburn is all but locked in, it appears. Right now you have Auburn, Alabama, Duke, Florida. Tennessee would be the first team out, right ahead of Texas A&M. Alabama's final 6 games, coming off the Auburn game this past weekend. At Missouri tomorrow, Kentucky, Mississippi State at home, at Tennessee, Florida at home, at Auburn. That is a brutal stretch of games. Now, it also creates an opportunity, but you have Bama, Tennessee, Florida kind of battling for probably 2 number 1 spots for those 3 teams. What do you think, at least where it stands right now with that battle for a number 1 seed?
That's exactly where it is. If I had to lean to a team, I probably would say Florida because they seem to be the healthiest, getting ready to walk into this with the most depth. I think Alabama is right there, but man, if they went and ran through that bottom end of the schedule, man, they ought to get a pass to the Elite 8 at least, dog.
Give them a bye.
That's a gauntlet right there. So I think Tennessee's schedule is kind of favorable. You know what I mean? You finish out with South Carolina. Hopefully you knock that on out and leave it to where it's not dependent on you winning a game in the SEC tournament, although I don't think anything will be decided from that outside of somebody winning it. But, I think Tennessee, they got a great case, man. Them in Florida is where I would lean. If Alabama's able to hold on to it, more power to them. But I think Tennessee and Florida could be enough for that number 1 spot.
Is it me or something up with Mark Sears? I mean, every time I turn it on, watching them play, he just looks off, turning the basketball over, being sub because of defensive reasons, being in foul trouble. Something's off with Mark Sears. Is it just me?
Man. Yeah, now, you know what, Swain? I just think, man, a lot of it, too, man, is the report that's out on him, dog. Like, it's you know who you playing. Like, he garnered a lot of attention last year. You know what I mean? It took everybody by storm. You knew who he was, but it was one thing to play him. This year, you got to think how heavy the guard play is in this league. Like, I don't think last year the guard play was this heavy. This year, man, it's spot for spot. I mean, spot for spot. It don't matter if the team is any good. The only team you may get a inkling of rest against at the guard spot is South Carolina, and that's Jacoby Wright, and he's still good. So other than that, man, he playing against some dogs, man, that he know the scouts are coming in there to see him. These people want to make a name off of him. it's a little bit more difficult than it was last year. That's all I can look at and say. Because he still works the same, still puts the same hours in, still as lethal as possible. But it's just a little different. Like, look how Auburn played them. Man, Denver Jones and them was physical with him. They made him look small. So that was we didn't really get to see that last year.
Tennessee will host Alabama Saturday, March 1st. So, Ron, when we talk next week, we'll look ahead to that game. We will have the Tennessee-Texas A&M game to react to, plus everything else going on in the league. We hope for safe travels for you over to Charlotte and back to Nashville as soon as you can based on the weather. And we appreciate the time as always. Thanks for squeezing us in before you head over to Charlotte, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the SEC Network.
Always, baby. Appreciate it, man. Go Vols. We need this on Saturday, man. This is the one.
Big one Saturday. Thanks, Ron. Talk to you soon.
All right. Yep.
Ron Slave, VFL SEC legend, and he joins us every week thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. We have 2 hours to go on Josh and Swain.
When you're thinking about popping
You
that
run
big
a
question,
great local
you need
business.
a ring she can't say no to. Hey, this is Heather Harrington, and that's why I'm telling you, go to my guy, TK Wheeler, out at TK Wheeler Jewelers, because he's got the rings that are going to knock her off her feet. TK Wheeler Jewelers has been in business for decades in Oak Ridge. They're located on South Illinois Avenue, right next to the Outback Steakhouse. And TK, he's got it all. The certified diamonds that other stores have, but for much better prices. I always like to say you get more bling for your buck when you shop at TK Wheeler Jewelers. They've got all kinds of settings, whether you're going for just a solitaire, very simple and elegant, or you maybe want one of those diamond halo settings where the diamonds around the center stone really accentuate that center stone. Or you could even go eternity band style. That's what my husband did for me, and my ring came from TK Wheeler Jewelers. When you're shopping for that ring she can't say no to, there's only one place to shop. My jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. This has been a big announcement.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
At Chafee, we believe your home or business should be a place where comfort and reliability come together seamlessly. With our comprehensive HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services, we ensure your systems work flawlessly, giving you peace of mind and exceptional comfort. Chafee Air and Plumbing is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer, and they are ready to assist you. Trust in our innovative designs that are engineered for comfort. Call 865-381-4414 or visit coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Hey, spring cleaning, it's going to be here before you know it. So now is the time to call Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning and take advantage of their pre-spring sale. That is where you get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109, but you got to mention me. Hi, Tyler Ivins, your old friend from the Sports Animal. Plus, you're going to get a staircase cleaned absolutely free. Don't believe me? Go ahead, jump online. Get that appointment booked now at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
This Friday morning, Eric and Brian take the Eric Kane Show out to Rusty Wallace Honda at the intersection of Selection, I-75 and Callahan Drive. Stop by Rusty Wallace Honda, meet the guys, and get a great deal on a new or used car with the Sports Animal.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
At Ingalls, we're proud to work with hundreds of local farms and businesses in the communities we call home. Not only does it ensure that you get top quality fresh items for your family table, it's a way for us to support the amazing individuals who pour their heart and soul into delivering the very best they can do. Quality, freshness, community, it's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. The SEC and the Big Ten could be looking to flex their muscles even more when it comes to the college football playoff. According to reports, leaders from both conferences are planning major changes starting in 2026. Not only do they want to expand the field, they want their conferences to have 4 automatic bids. Some may believe they've earned this right, but to me, it could be rewarding teams that don't deserve automatic bids. I'm Maggie Gray.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Jake Newton at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit our multi-million-dollar used car lot starting at $4,000.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us as we begin hour number 2 of today's show. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of it. Had a great time talking to Ron Slay over the last hour. He is on his way to Charlotte for SEC Network coverage of basketball tonight. A big one for Tennessee fans to watch will be Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Florida's at home against Oklahoma, a team that is struggling right now. The Gators are 1 spot ahead of Tennessee with NCAA tournament projections with a 4-game winning streak going into the game.
Let's go Boomer Sooners. Horns down.
Both apply if you're pulling for Oklahoma.
Yeah, but they play in Florida. But whatever. Horns down. Boomer Sooner.
You think they'll run out for warm-ups with the horns down?
Oh, definitely. That's all I think about. Texas.
Sir, we're in Gainesville, Florida.
Horns down. I was walking onto the field, and like I saw Oklahoma fans giving me the horns down. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Just flip me off like everybody else do, and I'll be fine.
It's as passionate one fan base has to be about another school as any. I know about the Ohio State-Michigan deal, but I feel like they do a better job of channeling their anger, hatred, whatever, toward somebody else if that's the upcoming opponent.
It's weird, man. It's weird. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I love when Oklahoma's on TV because when they show the fans, they're throwing down horns down, and they're not even playing Texas.
Right.
So I can't wait to see Oklahoma play.
That was the case when Tennessee was there in Norman in September.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they were throwing horns down for Tennessee weekend.
Like we Tennessee. we the real UT. That's Texas. Y'all hate them. Now y'all gonna hate us after this game, but like we Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I loved it. But come on, Boomer Sooner, let's get this win over Florida.
I don't like their chances tonight. The Sooners.
Yeah, they have no shot.
Yep.
But who knows, man?
You never know.
They're not gonna win.
Sometimes you do. Yeah. Sometimes you do. So that is one to watch tonight in college basketball. Randall noting that horns down. Swain not being very welcoming to his new SEC brothers. They're not in the Big 12 anymore, Swain.
Well, I'm not going to be because I don't like any team in the SEC. I don't like any of them unless they win to help Tennessee out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, LSU, they're a school that I kind of like because they don't like Alabama. They're kind of cool, like their fans are kind of like ours sometimes. I can handle LSU.
Yesterday was National Random Acts of Kindness Day.
I thought that was every day.
Should be. Yeah, should be, but
it's not.
So it's good to at least have one of those days.
What did you do yesterday? That was a random act of kindness.
Random act of kindness. I feel like I was friendly when I was out and about. I was out and about yesterday a little bit.
Okay. Well, that's what you get with Josh Ward for sure.
Yeah, try to be. Yep.
I don't think I left the house yesterday. Anyways.
But if you had to direct that to an SEC fan, like you're forced to be kind to an SEC fan, which fan base, which school would you be most comfortable showing some kindness toward that? Like, I feel like you'd have to force it a little more toward an Alabama fan, as an example, versus somebody
Are we
else.
talking like a random one or someone that like I know who?
Yeah, maybe take the act description of it. You got to be nice to them when you run into them. You see their shirt, you see them supporting their team.
Yeah, my immediate reaction when I see a person rocking a logo of a SEC team that's not Tennessee, it's a look of disappointment and disgust.
You see a Gator shirt,
so we already off on a bad foot,
right?
And then like from there, depending on how nice the person is and how cool the person is, you know, we can get to a better place. But like, like I saw this. I did leave the house yesterday. I did see this car, and they had a house divided license plate on the front.
I know you love those.
And one side was Alabama, and the other side was Alabama. And I wanted to say, why are you wasting your time and money buying that? What are you doing? Just get a Bama license plate and call it a day. To answer your question.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mississippi State. That you'd be like coolest with.
Not a real big threat.
Yeah. Kind of feel bad for him a little bit.
Never trash talks. Tennessee
Yeah, they have
fans.
the cowbell. I recognize the annoyance of that. But
I mean, we don't get any crap from them at all as a fan base. Like they don't ever threaten us, it seems like.
Not a lot.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, I kinda like LSU fans.
Okay.
I kinda do, man. They're crazy.
Yeah, you have. He's been a friend to the show, to your show, but friendly back and forth with Matt Moscona.
Yeah, man. Like it's friendly banter, and plus they don't like Alabama like we don't like Alabama.
There's that shared. Yeah,
and
they like to have a good time.
I've forgiven whoever threw the frozen orange at our bus down there and broke the glass.
That was going to be part of my response.
I'm past that.
Yeah, you had that experience.
It's about forgiveness, Josh. Yeah. I don't want to give that person a power and me not forgive. I've already forgiven them. I'm fine now.
And you guys won that 05 game. If you hadn't won it, maybe that would create a different feeling.
Correct.
You won the game.
We won the game.
So you got that side of it.
Yeah. So I think there's some mutual respect with LSU fans. I haven't really encountered Texas fans that much, except for when I went to Austin years and years ago. And I went to a club and like this dude, I noticed he had an NBA jersey on with no shirt. That's what they do down in Austin. That was a little weird for me. I wasn't ready. But I had a good.
Was it a current player or
just
retired player?
No, it was just a person, like just a person out and about.
Right. I didn't know if he was rocking like an old school.
It was like an NBA jersey.
Yeah.
No shirt on underneath.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was about to go play pickup, but this was actually like in a bar. I was like, oh, that's what they do here. Cool. But I had a good experience with Texas fans when I was in Austin, and when I was really in any part of Texas, because they're all over the place. So I've had positive experience with Texas fans.
Aaron in the text box says, house divided Tennessee fan. Some days you love them, some days you hate them.
Well, I think that's the definition of house divided, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chase has always been cool with the Auburn fans.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with Auburn fans. There was a time.
Noting that it's the only other SEC team that plays Georgia and Bama every year, so mutual disgust towards those two teams.
Well, there was a time when, I think it was a couple of years ago, when Jabari Smith Jr. was on the team, and, like, Auburn's Twitter after games, they would flood the timeline of the team account that they beat, and it became, like, really, really annoying. And then, Tennessee fans start doing it back to them when Tennessee beat Auburn that year. But, yeah, like, Auburn is one of those schools kind of like LSU. But they have crossed us sometimes, too, like when it comes to football recruiting, things like that. So I think Auburn's a good answer.
Okay. So Auburn, LSU, shrug your shoulders at Mississippi State. Mizzou's probably taken a bit of a hit there, right, with the Drinkwitz stuff, or not as much?
Fans don't really do anything, say anything.
Right.
I don't really see much of them, honestly. And they were super nice when.
Remember their video last year at the zoo? Was that before the 23 season? Within the last 2 years. How to be a fan at the zoo?
Oh, gosh.
that was something.
That was definitely AAC-ish right there for sure. But like they were super nice when I was up there last year for the game, and went out to eat, and no issues.
A lot of nice media members that have come from Missouri.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. So I mean, no issues with Missouri.
Okay.
No issues with them.
Jonathan says, "I'll be nice to Sewanee fans."
Yeah, in-state school.
Yeah, you want to go old school? Yeah, Tulane.
Yeah, we'll be cool. We'll be cool with them. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I haven't felt much of the back and forth with fans this basketball season. It's been kind of weird. I don't see it as much. I feel like that's reserved for football. Football is where it gets real tense.
I think that's probably right. The Auburn game was away, so maybe that's a factor. Bama hasn't happened yet. Kentucky, there's been a little bit of.
Oh, there's always something with Kentucky. Yeah. Did Kentucky win all their baseball games this past weekend?
Man, I think Kentucky's sneaky on your list of schools you really can't stand.
They don't bother me because they never. To me, they never was a threat.
Kind of SWAT
because we always beat them in football, and then basketball is kind of funny to see them squirm. That Tennessee's been beating them now. They beat us this season. I mean, they beat us in the last 3 games, but like to see them kind of squirm and be all uncomfortable that Tennessee is kind of right there on the same level as them currently. I'm not saying historically. I'm saying currently.
Right.
To kind of see them squirm. So the banter to me is fun.
2 baseball teams in the SEC are not above 500. One of them is Kentucky, 1-1, and the other is Missouri, 1-2.
Oh yeah, they
You know what Missouri could have used years ago is an alum that was an up-and-coming coach that they could have gone after.
Missouri will feel like Bear fans that knew they could have had Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback.
Yeah.
That's Missouri.
That's got to be a somewhat sensitive subject, Tony Vitello. That's the reference there. Because he's gone on to do some pretty nice things.
And he's just getting started, too. And he's super loyal. Like y'all could have had him at Missouri. But I don't know if he would have stayed because I don't know if there would have been a commitment to the baseball facilities because Missouri's not that good either. Well, we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. 865-656-9900. We know a little bit more about name, image, likeness, and how that will work moving forward in college football. Still plenty to get worked out. We'll discuss that. We'll talk to you. Call or text at 865-656-9900 as we move forward on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings. Come see us for lunch or dinner today. Visit us in Farragut or Westtown or order online at bkwings.com. Let's just wing it, shall we?
Man, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I have no clue what to get her. Some jewelry, or take her out to a nice candlelit dinner, or a romantic getaway.
Dude, why don't you take her somewhere special?
Like where?
Like Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
For Valentine's Day?
Well, the Alcoa 10 Heart Rate Special from February 13th to the 20th. They're having a flash sale on auto and recreational loans with rates as low as 3.99%.
Wow, I think I'm falling in love.
Well, she is a special girl.
Who? I was talking about Alcoa 10.
Oh, right.
Don't let high interest rates break your heart. Let the Alcoa 10 Heart Rate Special sweep you off your feet with rates as low as 3.99% on auto and recreational loans. It's a flash sale to fall in love with. Available February 13th to the 20th. For more information and to apply online, visit atfcu.com. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union. Your less red tape banking alternative, a place where you belong.
Visit atfcu.com for loan details. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Offer only applies to new loans.
Summertime for many children means a break from school, but for over 15,000 children, it also means going hungry. Starting February 10th through 22nd, Second Harvest will be raising money for their Pack the Bag Kids Summer Program. Please call 521-0000 or visit secondharvestetn.org to donate.
Join Tyler and Will Thursday at Whitehead Auto Sales, 7117 Chapman Highway. Voted #1 in Blount County for 4 years straight and now serving South Knoxville. Come see the deals Whitehead Auto Sales have that's better than all the rest. Chapman Highway this Thursday with the Sports Animal.
Let's see, landscapers I can afford. All right, searching affordable landscapers near me. Here we go.
Right here, sir. How can we help?
It's the same ones I saw last time.
Sir, we're right here and reasonably priced. Why is he not seeing us?
It looks like the ugly yard stays.
Sir, can you not see us?
Nope, he can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local landscapers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. Pete Thamel wrote last night, Swain, that according to sources, the general mood of the SEC football coaches who walked out of the coach and athletic director meetings in New Orleans yesterday was relative optimism about how the revenue share cap and new name, image, likeness outside enforcement model will work. The one source saying, is it going to be perfect? No, but it sounds 100 times better than what we currently have. So coaches, who are probably the first to complain because they're dealing with the headache of a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, appearing to feel better, describing, at least according to this source, 100 times better than the current model. And we had news in the last couple of weeks about an enforcement model that will include Power 4 conferences overseeing what's being done by schools with the revenue share and spending what they're allowed to, as well as monitoring NIL deals to make sure that they are actual NIL deals outside what the schools are paying the athletes. So perhaps a step in the right direction here if the coaches are feeling better about it. Because if they didn't like it, they would let you know.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches got way too much on their plates, which makes the need for schools to hire general managers, it makes sense. I mean, listen, coaches are getting paid a whole lot more money now than ever before, but the month of December is really tough for a head coach to manage, and so you can get some guidelines, some guardrails in place to help these coaches be able to do more of what they're paid to do, which is coach football. Coach football. Be the overseer of their program instead of having to, be the accountant and the GM and determine who gets paid what, and it's just a lot of distractions for a head coach. So it's never going to be fair. It's never going to be perfect. But if you could just make it better, and this sounds like it's good when you hear it 100 times better.
The new committee or team, however you want to describe it, that will be used to monitor what's going on, to enforce the rules of revenue share and legitimate NIL moving forward, will be made up of 2 athletic directors from each of the Big Ten, SEC, ACC, and Big 12 conferences. And that includes some names have been confirmed. Ohio State's Ross Bjork, he's their athletic director. Trev Alberts from Texas A&M, Clemson's Graham Neff. Those have been names confirmed. I'm not sure that other names have been confirmed for sure, but representation from Georgia Tech, Cincinnati, Washington, Arizona included, and they will be in charge of overseeing a cap management system. There will be an NIL clearinghouse and an investigative and infractions unit. Yahoo Sports reporting on those aspects to the 3-prong approach of enforcement from this new committee. So it will come from within the power conferences, the leaders of the power conference.
I need Danny White in there. Think about over the years where Tennessee has gotten in trouble for doing the same thing everybody else is doing. I need Danny White in there, man. I know there's a lot on his plate. There's other things that he's doing, but I need Tennessee to have a place at the table during some of these decisions being made.
Penalties that are under discussion for those found to be circumventing or exceeding the new cap or any other rule violation, like tampering. Might they actually monitor tampering?
I don't know how you could do that.
It's tough. Includes school fines, revenue share pool reductions, and coach or administrator suspensions.
Okay. All right. That's something right there. Hitting those pockets.
The thing to me is if they're going to have this and they're going to have the penalties and they're going to be serious about it, they have to enforce.
They got to enforce it, man.
They have to show that we mean it. Because if you don't, then the problems are going to persist. It doesn't mean you're going to wipe away all problems, but some of these problems that the coaches complain about, well, penalize for infractions. They have to be found, and that can come back to, okay, well, how do you confirm on the tampering side? What constitutes tampering versus, no, it's unofficial conversation. I don't know what the answer is there, but if tampering is an example shown, then if a school is shown to be tampering, then they have to be penalized harshly.
I can see it now. I can see. I'm not accusing him of this yet, but like, you don't think Ross Bjork is going to monitor Michigan differently than he's going to monitor different schools?
There need to be some checks and balances.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. That hate is real up there.
There's still the ongoing NCAA issue with Michigan. It's not over yet.
At least we're taking a step in the right direction. I mean, that's not all we can ask for. We can ask for more, but that's a good step. Like that's good.
Yeah. So I do think this is a positive. Pete Thamel yesterday or last night for ESPN noting that according to sources, the general mood of the SEC football coaches walking out of the coach and athletic director meetings in New Orleans was relative optimism about how the revenue share cap and new NIL enforcement model will work. Quoting a source saying, "Is it going to be perfect? No, but it sounds 100 times better than what we currently have." Because what we have now is chaotic.
It's nothing. You have nothing.
Right. That is uncontrolled chaos. We will come back. The Big Orange Caravan coming back. We'll tell you where Tennessee will be stopping coming up several weeks from now. We have 90 minutes to go. We invite you to join us. You can call or text to be a part of the show, 865-656-9900. You can join us in the YouTube chat as well. We're live on the Sports Animals YouTube channel. We continue on Josh and Swain.
4 to shoot. Becker's off balance. 3, no good. Rebounded by Tennessee. Ruby Whitehorn pulls it in, and the Lady Vols pull the upset. Tonight at the Food City Center, Kim Caldwell takes down UConn and Gino Ariema. Tennessee breaks UConn's win streak in the series. Your final score from Rocky Top, Tennessee 80, Connecticut 76.
The Lady Vols play here. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball is back in action at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this afternoon with a home contest against UNC Asheville. The Vols are coming off a season-opening sweep of Hofstra over the weekend. Fourth-ranked teams in men's college hoops tonight at 7 o'clock. Second-ranked Florida takes on Oklahoma. Number 7 Texas A&M is at number 21 Mississippi State. 13th-ranked Purdue visits 14th-ranked Michigan State. 8 o'clock, number 8 Iowa State takes on Colorado. Number 9 Texas Tech is at TCU. 8:30, number 11 Wisconsin welcomes Illinois. 9 o'clock, 5th-ranked Houston visits Arizona State. Number 16 Marquette takes on Seton Hall. Number 23 Kansas visits BYU. Major League Baseball news, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays have failed to reach a contract extension before the given deadline set by Guerrero and his team, meaning the four-time All-Star is set to hit free agency come this November. I'm Joel Silverberg.
The place I love to work out has a new name. Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center is now Covenant Health Fitness Center, and they're Knoxville's premier fitness destination. Now, you would spend hundreds of dollars and have to run all over town to get access to the workouts that you get all in one place at Covenant Health Fitness Center. There's 85 group fitness classes each week, offering everything from yoga, bar, and Pilates to boot camp, high-endurance spin classes. So their classes cover the spectrum. Plus, they have the indoor heated pool that's open all year round, indoor tennis, pickleball, basketball, and racquetball courts, plus amenities like a sauna and a whirlpool in the locker rooms. And I haven't even mentioned the full weight room yet, with everything from free weights to state-of-the-art machines and cardio equipment. Make 2025 your fittest year yet with Covenant Health Fitness Center. All memberships are month-to-month. There's no long-term commitment, and childcare is included with your family membership. Try it for free and see if you like it. Call 531-5000 or visit covenanthealth.com/fitness-center.
Hey, ladies, do you know the secret to becoming even more beautiful? The secret to great recipe are the ingredients. If your body is primarily water, the most significant ingredient is better water. Hi, I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems. An overlooked beauty secret is the water quality you're drinking and bathing in. If you want to have beautiful skin and hair, it begins with better water. I've been married for 31 years, and my wife is even more beautiful now than when we got married. I believe the number one reason for her beauty is for years she's been drinking and bathing in healthier and safer water that's free from harsh microtoxins and hardness impurities that damage and dull skin and hair. So this month, get better water by having an Aqua Clear water system installed and receive $400 off. Beauty begins with better water. Aqua Clear water.
Aqua Clear,
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal with Josh and Swain from noon to 3 Thursday as they broadcast live from the Bed Store in Maryville. The Bed Store has 7 convenient area locations with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Shop mattresses, accessories, and get free delivery.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings. Come see us for lunch or dinner today. Visit us in Farragut or Westtown or order online at bkwings.com. Let's just wing it, shall we?
A new year brings so much hope and promise. Let's make sure your financial plan is ready. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach, now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management. The new year is the perfect time to create a financial plan that encompasses your dream for the future amidst the changing economy. Whether you have a question about retirement or your business succession plan, give us a call here at Axiom Wealth Management. Head to axiom.nm today to schedule a consultation. Axiom is of Northwestern Mutual Private Client Group.
Don't miss the huge arcade gun and knife show and sale this weekend at the Knoxville Expo Center, featuring thousands of rifles, shotguns, handguns, wholesale ammo, and reloading supplies, all at liquidation prices. It's like shopping at the world's largest sporting goods store. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 9 to 4 at the Knoxville Expo Center.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
We'll continue to track increasing cloud cover as we head through the remainder of our Tuesday. Still seeing some sunshine, though, mixing in between. High temperatures topping out right around 44 degrees, but feeling cooler with a nice breeze out of the northeast. Clouds increase as well as snow chances through the overnight into a WVLT First Alert Weather Day. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, TennesseeHome.us.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. 865-656-9900 is how you can join us. College basketball worth watching tonight will include Texas A&M at Mississippi State, as the Volunteers will play at Texas A&M this upcoming Saturday. Illinois and Wisconsin will play a big game in the Big Ten, as that Illinois win is one of Tennessee's better wins this season. In the SEC, Florida will host Oklahoma. South Carolina will play at LSU. The Illinois game, by the way, is at Wisconsin, so a tough game for the Illini on the road. Kansas needs to bounce back. They're going to go to BYU, and Purdue will play at Michigan State. Swain, earlier today, Tennessee announced plans for the Big Orange Caravan. It's presented by Pilot this upcoming spring. It'll be a quick tour. It's April 29th through May 1st, and they will make 3 stops. Tuesday, April 29th in Memphis. The next day, Wednesday, April 30th, the Big Orange Caravan will stop in Nashville, and then they'll head to the Tri-Cities on Thursday, May 1st. In the announcement, they noted that the caravan will alternate between Memphis and Chattanooga every year. So next spring, they'll plan to go to Chattanooga along with Nashville and the Tri-Cities. And the Big Orange Caravan appearance is also being planned for Knoxville in the fall. Mike Keith, who is set to replace Bob Kessling and is already in place at UT, but set to replace Bob Kessling after this basketball season finishes, will host the Big Orange Caravan Tour. Danny White will be there, Rick Barnes, Kim Caldwell, Josh Heupel as well with the Big Orange Caravan. So 3 stops for the spring. Tuesday, April 29th in Memphis, April 30th in Nashville, May 1st in the Tri-Cities.
Woo. That caravan is going to be on fire.
There'll be a lot of collective wins in the caravan.
Man. Whew. That's going to be something else, man. You know, Mike Keefe is going to, light the room on fire. There's going to be a lot of excitement, enthusiasm in the room. You get, Rick Barnes coming off another really good season. Heupel, positive momentum with football coming off a college playoff appearance. Kim Caldwell, what she's done in year number 1. Man, that's going to be a premium ticket right there.
Yeah, we'll see how the basketball seasons finish out. Baseball will be in the middle of its run then, but think about the current placement of those teams. Tennessee football just finished a top 10 season. The collection of the way too early top 25s have Tennessee projected top 10 heading into 2025, so they'll be in that mix. Tennessee baseball is preseason top 5. Tennessee basketball is top 5 to top 10. Lady Vol is top 20, and in a really good position in the first season under Kim Caldwell.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good. I've always thought the Big Orange Caravans were important, and I was disappointed when they went away. Glad they're back because you want to connect with your fans more than just asking them for money. I mean, you want to connect with them on a personal level as much as you can, and giving those fans an opportunity to take pictures and shake hands with the coaches, and the coaches get an opportunity to say thank you. Like, thank you for your support. Thank you for being the fans that you are. We can't do what we're doing without your support and your enthusiasm. I mean, that's important. And so you have a connection with your fan base. You want to make sure it's strong, and you want to continue to let them know that you appreciate their support, because it's harder now to go to games. It's more expensive. And so you want to let them know, man, you really appreciate them supporting the university, supporting the athletic program.
You hosted a stop, where was it, 2 years ago in Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that like?
I thought it was awesome, man. I mean, I thought it was so cool to see so many Tennessee fans that do what they can to be connected to the program. Listening to Sports Talk Radio. I mean, so many people told me they listen to the show. They're out there right by Mississippi and Arkansas, but there's this narrative sometimes that Memphis is not part of the rest of the state, which I think is silly. Man, those Tennessee fans in Memphis are just as big, if not bigger, than the fans on the east part of the state. And so it was awesome, man. There was a lot of energy in the room. The line was long to be able to connect with Rick Barnes and Josh Heupel, and at the time, Kelly Harper was there. I think it's a phenomenal event.
Yeah, I think Memphis is valuable in this tour.
Heck
so, I personally, I would like to see those cities be annual stops. So I don't know if that'll change moving forward. The announcement today was no Chattanooga this year. They'll go to Chattanooga next year and alternate Chattanooga and Memphis. So I don't know if that'll change moving forward, but a lot of good Tennessee fans on the west end of the state. Of course, throughout the state in every spot, but from Memphis to the Tri-Cities, where we're excited to be on every day on the Sports Monster. We've loved the interaction we've been able to have with Tri-Cities listeners who care very much every day about the Tennessee Vols.
Man, there was a point in time when they went to Atlanta. Now, there's a lot of Tennessee fans in Atlanta, and there's a lot of college fans of other teams in Atlanta too. But I mean, I think Chattanooga is important. I'm not in those meetings, man. I don't know the finances. I don't know the schedules of the coaches, the finances. I mean, we don't know the factors. But just on the surface, Chattanooga, Tri-Cities, Nashville, Memphis, I would like to see those be annual stops every year because I understand how important those cities are. But at the same time, like, they have to line up with the coaches' schedules. And the coaches have a lot on their plate, trying to recruit, taking care of the current roster. So, maybe there's a reason that we don't know of why they're rotating between Chattanooga and Memphis.
Yeah, maybe if Dalton had stuck in Charlotte, we could have touted a Charlotte stop. You've had Grant Williams and Dalton Connect that could have come to a Charlotte Caravan stop.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Yeah, that would have been fun for sure.
But Dalton's back with the Western Conference contending L.A. Lakers.
Oh, yeah. But, man, Caravan, great decision to bring it back for sure. And, I think our coaches do a really good job in that setting. Mm-hmm. I know for the most part, their most comfortable place is on the practice field, on the court, recruiting, whatever. And for some, this is a little bit different. I know this will be different for Kim Caldwell, but this is what it's like being here on Rocky Top coaching. You're in a fishbowl. People want to see you. People want to hug on your neck, shake your hand, and talk to you, connect with you. And so I know a lot of people will be very, very supportive of what she's done so far with her basketball program.
Yep. So April 29th, 30th, and May 1st, Memphis, Nashville, and Tri-Cities, the Big Orange Caravan will be stopping by to see you. Mike Keith, Danny White, Rick Barnes, Kim Caldwell, and Josh Heupel, as Tennessee baseball and softball, of course, will be in the middle of their season, so that will be their focus.
Too busy to win championships.
That's right.
Like,
they're going after titles again.
Yeah. It'll be good, man. I always like hearing the reports because I'll get people that went to the Caravan. They'll reach out and let me know what their experience was. I mean, I get one or two every single year, so I'm looking forward to getting those same messages and people letting me know kind of how it was with now you got a new host. You got Mike Keith hosting it, so I know it's going to be a fun event to go to. So make sure you get your tickets.
Tennessee baseball in action this afternoon, moved up a little bit. 4 o'clock start. 4 o'clock start today for Tennessee against UNC Asheville as the winter weather is on the docket.
There's motivation to the run rule if that's going to be in effect.
Yep. Hit the ball out of the park. Get out of there as quickly as possible.
Heck yeah, man.
But enjoy it while you're there.
Heck yeah.
Fans love the long ball. We love talking to you. Call or text 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. The Tennessee portion of the conversation continues. More basketball talk, football talk ahead as well as we look ahead to the 2025 postseason in basketball and the 2025 college football season. We do that right here on Josh and Swain.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Fellas, let's get you back to yourself, back to your best. You can do that with Low T Center. If you're feeling different, something feeling off, like fatigue, you're tired, you're lacking motivation and drive. Also, you've noticed a loss of muscle mass or weight gain. These are signs of low testosterone levels. You can get those levels checked at Low T Center. It's a simple test. And with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back right there. Their physicians specialize in treating low T with testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. They have over a decade of experience helping patients, and super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. These are not standard basic treatments. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. And for current patients, Low T Center is offering you a $150 referral credit for each new patient that you refer. Again, fellas, let's get you back to your best. First step, going to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Join Tyler and Will Thursday at Whitehead Auto Sales, 7117 Chapin Highway. Voted #1 in Blount County for 4 years straight and now serving South Knoxville. Come see the deals Whitehead Auto Sales have that's better than all the rest. Chapin Highway this Thursday with the Sports Animal. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. This Friday morning at 9, go to 991thesportsanimal.com to get a sweet deal to Puckett's Restaurant in Pigeon Forge and get $50 for only $25.
It's not just a donation.
It's a warm blanket.
It's a bottle of clean water.
It's a roof and a bed. Please donate now to help people affected by the 2025 California wildfires.
Go to redcross.org to help.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of the Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At the Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Life Force Energy Giving Kinesis, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive Tuck Fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Kinesis for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on social media at Josh and Swain, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We'd love for you to follow us there. You can communicate with us on social media, 865-656-9900 if you would like to call or text in. You can also subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts. Search Josh and Swain on Apple, Spotify, the WNML app, and you can listen to us on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet, typically on Tuesdays in the 1 o'clock hour, which this is. We talked to Ron Slay on the Sleigh Ride. He joined us an hour early, so he was on with us during the first hour of the show. As his travel plans change going to Charlotte, you'll see Slay during the SEC Network coverage tonight of basketball. So Ron Slay in the first hour, if you want to go back and listen, anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find the VFL and SEC basketball legend. We got this question in the text box, Swain. This came from Alan, talking about viewership and the amount of views that women's basketball gets, and asked, what do you guys think about doing it like high school sports where the women play before the men? It would help with travel costs for the schools and popularity for the women's teams.
You mean like have like a double header? Where you go to the women's and the men's game in one outing?
Yeah, I suppose that's how it would work.
I mean, I would love that. But
I don't think you would do that on a regular basis. You could maybe do a one-off.
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be cool with that.
Like, what if I know that they played – well, they both played in Nashville, but let's say Tennessee's hosting Vanderbilt on a weekend and you had – Tennessee versus Vanderbilt, women and the men playing back-to-back. Like something like that could be cool. On a regular basis, how many fans are getting to a – what would you do, 4 o'clock tip-off? Because you have to have time in between the games. Yeah. So if you have a 7 o'clock tip-off for the men, you're doing 4 o'clock for the women? That's going to be tough for people to get to on a weeknight.
Yeah, it would have to be a weekend. It would have to be where, like, the school that we're playing agreed to it. And I think for a school like Vanderbilt that rides the bus here, I mean, I think it could, work out. It'd be curious to see how the officiating would be, because I think the game that was officiated Sunday was one of the worst officiated games I've seen in a long time. And it seems like the women's game is worse officiated than the men's game.
Why is that?
It's weird. I don't know, but it's noticeable. But would you have, like, different sets of officials, or would you have the same officials like you do in high school? They just kind of go get a sip of water and they back out, officiating the boys' game. I think that's a pretty cool idea, that you do it once. Do it once in a season and see how it goes. I mean, I don't have a problem with that at all, because for fans, hey, man, you get to watch basketball for 3.5 hours just the whole time. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, so similar to when Tennessee's men's team went up and played in is it called the Barclays Classic? Or I think that's the name. But anyway, they were up there, and you had a doubleheader of basketball games. So that you could do on a regular basis. You make that the permanent scheduling. I wouldn't think so. That also, curious how that affects TV inventory, because they're playing on different days, so you have games that have to be replaced. But as a one-off, do it once or twice a season, that could be cool.
Yeah, I'm open to seeing how it would work. And I know for me, like, I would sit there and watch 3.5 hours of basketball right there. I mean, I would have to break it to the piggy bank to make sure I got enough money for concessions, because that's a lot of tubs of popcorn for me and my family. But I think it's a pretty good idea, man.
Yeah. Also, I don't pay that close attention to ratings. I see it when it's in the news sometimes. I know sometimes there can be an obsession over ratings, but the women's game has to be improving overall, right? Am I wrong there on viewership? Because that's where the question came from.
I mean, I would think so. I mean, I know last year, 2 years ago, you had Caitlin Clark, and I don't think there's been any.
She's kind of her own world in terms of viewership.
Now she's gone. What are the ratings now? I mean, hopefully they haven't dropped too much. I mean, the women's game is, in my opinion, still good, and you still have that star power with Juju Watkins, who's lighting the world on fire. The only thing is she's on the West Coast, and you look at Notre Dame, they got a couple ballers in their team, number one in the country, and so, like, there's star power in the women's game too, like Flage down there, LSU. So I don't know about the ratings. I would imagine they're still pretty good, but you're talking to a guy that enjoys women's basketball and men's basketball. I sit there and watch it all the time.
Let's say hello to Joe before hour number 2 ends. Joe, you're on Josh and Swain. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, guys, love your show. I've listened for a long time. First time I ever called in. The suggestion about the doubleheader, there's a problem that's sort of being overlooked here. If you're a season ticket holder for the Lady Balls, do you have access to both games and vice versa? Or do they clear the arena and the next set of season ticket holders come in?
I would think for that one time, you figure out, okay, what the cost of both tickets are. I mean, that's why I'm saying just do it one time, because I think it'd be a lot easier to handle Lady Vol season ticket holders and, the men's season ticket holders. Just that one time, find a price that makes sense and just do it one time. I think it'd be cool. A nice mix of powder blue in the stands, and you have an opportunity to have both games packed completely out, like just packed. But that's a really good point that you brought up. I think it's something that could be handled. It could be worked out.
Well, again, here's the thing. Like Sunday, we're season ticket holders with the Lady Vols, and okay, they had over 12,000 at the game Sunday. What they have 16,000 for UConn. So if you do this, there's certain season, then men's sell out or pretty darn close to it. So if we only seat 20,000 or so, how are you going to get 36,000 in the arena? You can't. So which group of season ticket holders are you going to alienate?
Well, a couple things. One, I don't think this is going to happen.
No.
So to be clear there. Number two, that's partly why they would have to make it a one-game deal, and they would have to adjust what they're doing for the tickets for that game. Tennessee Vanderbilt, I don't know what a Tennessee Vanderbilt game draws with women's basketball.
It wasn't.
You're probably not going to have single tickets that are available that end up being available. It's going to sell out probably immediately with this opportunity. But but your point, Joe, is why doing this over the course of a season is not realistic. That would be, I would say, part of the list, part of the list of reasons why.
The Vanderbilt game, the men's game, I watched it on TV. There was a part of the game where the announcer was saying that the crowd was kind of dead. So that stadium was not packed. I was at the game on Sunday versus Ole Miss. That stadium wasn't packed. So don't do this when you're playing against UConn, something like that. Vanderbilt, I think will be a good game to do it. I'm not thinking this is going to happen.
Yeah, or you could schedule a non-conference game with have Louisville come, something like that. But
yeah.
So, but Joe, it's a fair question. We appreciate you listening. Appreciate you taking time to call.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
Hey man, Danny White wants to be innovative, do different things. This will be innovative. This will be different than what we've seen over the last 20 years of women's and men's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like a one-time deal. I think fans that appreciate both products would appreciate them doing it, one time, and you can figure out the cost of tickets and all that stuff with season ticket holders. You can figure that stuff out.
Yeah. If there's a will, there's a way. There probably just won't be a scheduled event, but maybe sometime in the next couple of years. Appreciate the suggestion. Appreciate the thoughts and the feedback. 865-656-9900 if you would like to chime in. We have one more hour to go. Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports at 2:30. Plenty to discuss on Josh and Swain.
If you're listening to sports,
if you're looking for an edge rusher, you're looking for a run stuffer, you're looking for a big-time player in the middle of your defense, you're in luck.
Mixed with pop culture, sprinkled with celebrity interviews.
You hated the title Everybody Loves Raymond.
That's true.
Is it appropriate for you to tell people to hurry it up?
It's appropriate on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Bill Burr is here.
I want to know who you defeated to get that title as best dad ever.
I'm the Gonzaga of dads.
And you're enjoying the Rich Eisen Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings. Come see us for lunch or dinner today. Visit us in Farragut or Westtown or order online at bkwings.com. Let's just wing it, shall we?
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Hey, East Tennessee, celebrate love and liberty. 2 holidays, one incredible sale all month long at Rusty Wallace Honda. Celebrate the red, white, and blue with a President's Day special on a 2025 CRV Sport Hybrid. It's a front-wheel drive, only $339 a month. Or get Cupid's Pick, a 2025 Civic Sport Touring. It's a hybrid, only $319 a month. Your love will last since all our new Hondas come with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
This isn't your grandparents' YMCA. Sure, you might have learned to swim at the Y or spend summers at camp, but when was the last time you experienced the Y? Today's YMCA of East Tennessee is packed with everything you need to crush your fitness goals. From top-of-the-line workout equipment to pickleball courts, platforms for heavy lifting, certified personal trainers, and high-energy body pump classes. There's a place for you at the Y. Rediscover the YMCA of East Tennessee. 5 locations, endless possibilities. Visit ymcaknoxville.org to join today. The YMCA of East Tennessee, where fitness meets community.
This is Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. How can I help you?
I'm having some issues with my drains.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What seems to be the problem?
It's making this kind of a sound.
No worries. We can help you with that. If your drains are making strange sounds or giving off foul odors, then you may have a blockage or issue with your sewer line. Pipe Wrench can get your pipes flowing again in no time with our $99 drain clearing special. And if we can't open your drain, the visit is free. You also get a free camera inspection of your sewer line to help us easily pinpoint the source of the clog and provide the best and most affordable solution. When we identify the problem, we provide the best option ranging from drain cabling, hydrojetting, spot repair, or even new sewer line replacements if needed. Don't ignore signs of a clogged drain or sewer line before it turns into a costly problem. Call the plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench today at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
I'm Linnell Willingham with a Sports Minute. According to the agent of WNBA star Caitlin Clark, the WNBA will never be able to pay Clark what she's truly worth. And the agent may be right. According to a study done by an economist at Indiana University, it was revealed that Clark was responsible for $36 million in economic impact to the city of Indianapolis. One day, sooner rather than later, the W is going to have to pay the bag for Caitlin Clark. I'm Linnell Willingham.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund has belonged to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
This is Jake Newton at West Knoxville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. New Jeeps up to $24,000 off MSRP.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. We've had several follow-up messages, which we appreciate. We had a question from Alan last segment asking, what about the idea of playing women's games before men's games in college basketball? I read the question as on a regular basis because it was compared to high school scheduling. Over the course of a season, I just don't think that's going to work. But we did discuss, what if you did a one-day doubleheader? Tennessee Vanderbilt was the first example we gave. You could come up with a number of different candidates. Maybe you go non-conference and invite a school where have a good following with both teams and make it a one-day thing. Several follow-ups pointing to what Joe said, and that's, hey, that'd be a headache for the season ticket holders of the women's basketball, men's basketball. And Danny White and his staff would be able to answer better than I can, but we were discussing, again, off the air, I think the obvious answer is, well, then that's just not included in the season ticket package, and you make that its own ticket. And the price is going to be higher because you have access to 2 games. So again, Danny White could come up with a better answer to how that would work, and that's just an initial reaction. Have to do some number crunching and maneuvering, but that's got to be the answer. Instead of shuffling people in and out of the arena, it's a doubleheader. You have a ticket to both games, and the ticket price is higher than you would find for one game.
Yeah, let's not say this is crazy and out of this world. I mean, listen, we played at Bristol.
Right.
And from people that I've talked to that went, they said it was a terrible experience. But you made history that day.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be another opportunity to kind of make some history, do something different than what other people are doing. And listen, that's what we're about, right? Pushing the limits, doing things a little bit outside the box, standing out instead of trying to fit in. No, we're standing out, man. We're Tennessee. We do things differently. We got the entertainment district that's in the works, so to speak. So yeah, I think it's worth the conversation to see if it's feasible. But I wouldn't try to do it more than once.
Yeah, we have human robots. We can pull off a doubleheader in basketball. And again, doubleheaders in basketball happen. I mentioned the Barclays event. There are a ton. You have NCAA tournament events where it's game after game. I just think you have to make it a single event as opposed to trying to split it up.
Yeah, and you got the Lady Vols, you got the men's program. Like, they're good and respectable. Let's go up against another program that their women's program is good, their men's program is respectable. Like, but if I'm the away team, I don't think I would want to be a part of your history. You got to come to our place, or maybe you do a home and home.
Maybe do it twice.
Yeah, like a 2-year deal. Don't do an agreement with Memphis though, because Penny will cancel at the last second.
Right. I thought about suggesting some kind of Tennessee State Invitational, but I don't know what the fourth team would be. Tennessee, Vandy, Memphis. But yeah,
don't invite Memphis, man. You can't trust them.
But appreciate the thoughts and the feedback, and we say hello to Buddy to join in the conversation. Hey, Buddy, thanks for hanging on. Good afternoon. What do you think?
Good afternoon. That's kind of what I was getting at. You kind of stole my thunder. I was going to say we had to take the season ticket holders out of it, because we all know that a lot of them season ticket holders over there, for one, they're there. Not really focused on the game, so to speak, to put it friendly. And, my thing would be on the previous caller was talking about the season ticket holders, 12,000 at this game, 16 at that game. I wouldn't think that all 12 or 16,000 of them are season ticket holders. So it'd be, if you got 7,000 or 8,000 season ticket holders for women and you got 15 for the men, it could still be done, but like you all were stating off the air, you said you take the season ticket out of it and let the fans come in there, the ones that want to be a part of it. And, there's going to be more ruckus of a crowd anyway when you get those people that can actually get closer to the court and have good seats and not put all the, the ones that raise Cain up in upper deck where you can't, they're not noticeable and can't really make a difference in the game atmosphere. So, yeah, you kind of stole my thunder. That's what I was going to suggest, but that's what you all said you talked about off air.
No, you brought some thunder too, buddy. We didn't say that last part now.
Yeah, that's right.
You got some thunder that you just brought.
Well, that's I used to go to a lot of basketball games, was a season ticket holder for a long time, but, they put us all up in upper deck, and, even back in the Kevin O'Neill days when we were terrible, but you had 10,000 season ticket holders up in upper deck, and the other 10,000 down there on the ground that was reading books and telling people to sit down and be quiet. I think that those rules need to be reversed. Put them up in upper deck, and they can read their books and play their little video games on their phone all the whole game if they want to. And let the people that's there watch the ball game. Let us be down there next to the court.
I'm with it, man. I like the conversation.
Hey, I appreciate the time.
Buddy, thank you.
Say what's going on, Swain?
What's up, man? Good to hear from you, buddy.
Hey, love y'all show, man. Keep up the good work.
Much love, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How about this? You could do it as part of the ACC SEC Challenge, home and away, Tennessee and North Carolina. North Carolina women's basketball is in really good shape. So 1 year, Tennessee will host, the next year North Carolina hosts, or vice versa, whichever you want to go in order. I thought about Duke, but I don't know if the trade-off would be even in terms of the amount of seats they have there at Duke. North Carolina's larger, right? So
Yeah.
what about that? Tennessee, North Carolina.
I'm cool.
Doubleheader back-to-back years. Four proud programs.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with the idea, with the concept. I just want to know, like, how feasible it would be. How realistic would it be?
Well, getting agreements and all that, but they could put this together. They can make this happen.
Yeah. Because think about it. We've had basketball games played on a freaking ship.
Yeah.
I mean,
having to wipe the dew off the court.
Yeah. Like we've had hockey matches played inside of a baseball stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We had a volleyball match at Nebraska played in front of thousands and thousands of people. I forgot exactly where it was, but it was a big deal.
Right.
So you can do some things outside the box.
Yeah. So all right, I think Alan stumbled us into something. I like it, Alan, and all the follow-up responses we've had.
Listen, it started in the mind first. The idea of playing at Bristol started just like this conversation started. Hey, you know what would be cool? If Tennessee played Virginia Tech at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
I'm telling you, we got calls about that for years.
Yeah.
Years. It would come up. I did or was a part of a show, The Lead Lap, for years, talking NASCAR on Saturdays. It would come up frequently. Bruton Smith talked about it as some kind of possibility. He'd get asked about it. And I thought, and I think a lot of people expected, there is no way this is ever going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it did.
I'm telling you, man. So, Alan might have started something. I think he did. It's a good idea. Hopefully, he gets some traction.
Yeah. Michael says, I got to think ESPN Game Day would want to cover a men's, women's basketball doubleheader. For sure.
I think that would be a good idea, too. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. In fact, I got a tweet from Joseph who said, I don't remember the exact year, so I was trying to look it up, but he said probably about 15 years ago now, Tennessee hosted Game Day, followed by the men's game against Vanderbilt at noon, and then the women played that evening. And I don't remember that exactly, but if we're going back 15 years, I've come across a lot that I've forgotten since then, but I know that does ring a bell. So, look, this is beyond doable. It's just a matter of if anybody wants to do it. Doubleheader in basketball are far more complicated matters than pulling that off.
We can do it, man.
Call it the Swain Invitational.
No, let's not call it that. But we could be, we're trendsetters here. University of Tennessee. We do things, people follow. This could be one of those.
All right. We'll stumble forward right here on Josh and Swain.
Just make sure Chris Lofton doesn't come to the game because he's obviously bad luck. I'm just joking. If Chris Lofton comes, guys, you better bring your A game.
Hit your shots.
You better bring your A game. Because you know who's making history. Chris Lofton's going to be in the building. Bring Candace Parker.
That's what I was going to say. Bring in CeeLo, bring in Candace Parker.
Yeah.
Kim Caldwell's going to tell him, don't you miss your shots in front of Candace.
You better ball out in front of company.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to join. We have an attaboy to hand out. We have Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports coming up at 2:30. We're with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
4 to shoot. Becker's off balance. 3, no good. Rebounded by Tennessee. Ruby Whitehorn pulls it in, and the Lady Vols pull the upset. Tonight at the Food City Center, Kim Caldwell takes down UConn and Gino Auriemma. Tennessee breaks UConn's win streak in the series. Your final score from Rocky Top, Tennessee 80, Connecticut 76.
The Lady Vols play here. 99.1, the sports animal.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me, we're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Citra, SY 231-049, price 21,756, RL 5839.56, price 19,995. Double offer up to 2,500 in the form of a discount.
You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
Don't touch that dial. It's back.
Double crazy. It's double down deal days at Oak Ridge Nissan. Scott Gropp here, and you'll think
gone crazy with deals like this. Nissan Sentra or Nissan Kicks for only $269 a month. Or how about interest rates as low as 0% APR? Oak Ridge Nissan will double your down payment or even double your tax return. So if you got $500 back, we'll make it $1,000. Or if you got $1,000 down, Oak Ridge Nissan will make it $2,000. Still want more? You got a trade? Then you got it made. Up to $8,000 over Kelly Blue Book so we can pay it off no matter what you owe. It's double down deal days only at Oak Ridge Nissan, and that's why
you're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan. You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings. Come see us for lunch or dinner today. Visit us in Farragut or Westtown or order online at bkwings.com. Let's just wing it, shall we?
Don't miss the huge arcade gun and knife show and sale this weekend at the Knoxville Expo Center, featuring thousands of rifles, shotguns, handguns, wholesale ammo, and reloading supplies, all at liquidation prices. It's like shopping at the world's largest sporting goods store. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 9 to 4 at the Knoxville Expo Center.
Does life feel heavy sometimes? Lay your burden down and give it to God. The Gathering Church is a community of believers who are not here to fix you, but to help you receive the love that God wants you to have. It's never too late. Jesus still saves, heals, delivers, prospers, and He cares for you. Prayer service at 9:30 a.m., teaching at 10:30. Visit online at thegatheringfamily.com, or better yet, come in person. All are welcome at The Gathering. You're not alone. You can make this place your home.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1897. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1897. That's 800-575-1897. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you could save on both. Learn more at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Michael suggested a doubleheader with UConn. Man, Dan Hurley.
Whew. Yeah, that would be something.
That would be a big deal.
That would be a big deal.
Those are 4 big-time programs. UConn back in action tonight against Villanova. It's been quite a season, quite a week. I still love Dan Hurley calling somebody out for being bald last week after they won at Creighton. Calling the fan baldy.
The nerve. The nerve. That's like you call someone shorty. The nerve, man.
I don't think anybody needed a comparison. I think people understood the point. He's bald.
People like examples.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was, but added context is good. So I'm with you. That was good context. Thank you for providing it. Thank you.
Not bad.
And then Ben said, Chattanooga has a men and women's doubleheader almost every year. It's always a blast. I mean, Chattanooga, with all due respect, can do it.
Good save, Josh.
Then surely we can pull it off in Knoxville here. So there's no question whether it's doable. It's a matter of if anybody wants to and if they find a partner.
Yeah, I think you have to do a home and home to get someone to agree to come be a part of your history.
Yep.
Yeah. You be a part of our history, then we'll be a part of your
We'll run it back
history.
at your arena.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that'd be cool.
Because you can't really do it at two separate spots. Video in. One's in Knoxville, one's in Chapel Hill or Louisville. You need them to be in the same spot. Otherwise, not a true doubleheader.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No. Got to make it a true doubleheader.
Yep. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Jay Busby of Yahoo will join us in about 8 minutes. He'll stop by at 2:30. Right now, we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design online at nativetn.com. And Swain, I believe we head out west for today's Attaboy.
Yeah, we're going to, looks like Idaho, Garden City, at Cadillac Matt's Barbershop there in Garden City. Matt Queen has created more than just a place for haircuts. He's built a community, and one of the shop's defining features is a simple but firm rule: no political discussions. Oh, man, I'd love to be there.
We're off to a good start.
Man, this is great. He says, I just want to make everyone feel welcome, regardless of their opinion. I just want people to feel like they have a place to come and feel comfortable. But attaboy to the barbershop and Matt Queen for giving free haircuts to veterans as a tribute to service. So, really cool. His team providing free haircuts is a small but meaningful way to give back. So, he's been a barber for, he says his grandpa was a vet, my dad was a vet, I have several clients that are vets. My grandpa was a barber for 55 years, and he would go over to the VA and give haircuts to all the vets. And so that's his way, being inspired by his grandpa, his way to give back to veterans. So I think that was really cool. I thought that was a really cool gesture.
Yep, I love it. He added, we're just giving back to the community and all the vets. I love what I do, and I'll do it until the day I die. It's awesome. Great story.
Yeah, really good story. They're out there. And we're going to find them.
Every single
and
day.
Tell you about it.
So an attaboy today to Matt Queen. Every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to Native Design, great local company. They're doing great work, and they can help you get ready for the spring, for the summertime. Native Design is your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com. We will visit with Jay Busby of yahoosports.com when we come back. We have 30 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain.
The 99.1 The Sports Animal podcast channel is presented by Vols Snacks. Check them out today at volssnacks.com.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought. CumulusDigital.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball is back in action at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this afternoon with a home contest against UNC Asheville. The Vols are coming off a season-opening sweep of Hofstra over the weekend. Fourth-ranked teams in men's college hoops tonight at 7 o'clock. Second-ranked Florida takes on Oklahoma. Number 7 Texas A&M is at number 21 Mississippi State. 13th-ranked Purdue visits 14th-ranked Michigan State. 8 o'clock, number 8 Iowa State takes on Colorado. Number 9 Texas Tech is at TCU. 8:30, number 11 Wisconsin welcomes Illinois. 9 o'clock, 5th-ranked Houston visits Arizona State. Number 16 Marquette takes on Seton Hall. Number 23 Kansas visits BYU. Major League Baseball news. First baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays have failed to reach a contract extension before the given deadline set by Guerrero and his team, meaning the four-time All-Star is set to hit free agency come this November. I'm Joel Silverberg.
At the YMCA of East Tennessee, your membership comes with so much more than just access to the gym. Group classes like yoga, body pump, Zumba, Pilates, Ultimate Fit, and water aerobics are all included. Need childcare while you work out? No problem. Whether you're an elite athlete training for the Knoxville Marathon or stepping into the gym for the very first time, yes, we'll even help you turn on the treadmill. You'll find all the support you need at the Y. 5 locations in Knoxville, unlimited possibilities. Join the Y today at ymcaknoxville.org, the YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill, inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Is your honey-do list out of control? Honey-do this, honey-do that. You're not alone. Just call in reinforcements at the Honey-Do service. With 2 convenient locations, the pros at Honey-Do get to you with free estimates no matter how big or small your list is. From hanging ceiling fans and changing lights to remodeling kitchens, bathrooms, decks, additions, and garages, we do it all. Offering a 1-year warranty, we're your trusted locally owned handyman and general contractor. Book your free estimate now at honeydoservice.com.
We'll get your honey-do list honey done.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday afternoon at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge and save thousands. This Friday afternoon, starting at 3 at Oak Ridge Nissan with Tyler and Will in 99.1, the sports animal.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings. Come see us for lunch or dinner today. Visit us in Farragut or Westtown or order online at bkwings.com. Let's just wing it, shall we?
Guys, ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Men's Pro Knoxville comes in. They've been helping men overcome ED, whether it's mental, physical, or both. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there. No awkwardness, no judgment, just real results that bring back your confidence and that connection. It's important to get your ED treated quickly so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Men's Pro Knoxville has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. So don't wait another night wondering if things could be different. Call Men's Pro Knoxville today at 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com and let's make tonight unforgettable. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hey, cigar lovers, Tyler Ivins, and it's time for the Cigar of the Month at Smokies. This month's feature is the Crux Bull and Bear. Buy 3, get 1 free. February is the month that all boxes of cigars are 20% off. Any brand. It's once a year. It's happening at Smokies, Knoxville Cigar Store.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
We'll continue to see a mixture of sun and clouds as we head through the remainder of our Tuesday. High temperatures topping out right around 44 degrees this afternoon with a light breeze out of the northeast, which will make it feel a little cooler at times. So make sure to have that jacket and coat handy. We are tracking increasing snow chances through the overnight. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
At Ingalls, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingalls Table. It's all waiting for you at ingalls-markets.com. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, and we are excited to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline this segment to say hello to Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports. You can read his work at yahoosports.com, covering a number of topics, a number of sports. And last week, Jay, when we talked to you, it was right before the debut of Home Turn, which folks can still go check out at the NASCAR YouTube channel at NASCAR. Easy to find there. Sometimes, Jay, you have to be careful about looking at comment sections, but I think that's applicable to a different social media platform. The YouTube comments, very, very supportive, and I think for good reason. It was a great debut. How did you think it went with the show that folks can go check out, where you kind of went around Daytona and showed the history, showed the local connection to Daytona ahead of the 500?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we've already started to hear from people who are visiting the spots that we highlighted. I mean, the goal is always to introduce people to a side of Daytona or a side of any location that they hadn't seen before, that they didn't know of before. And so, yeah, we're hearing from people that are going to the bars and the chili dogs that we pointed out. It was really fun to show a different side of Daytona, this track this area that people know so well from racing. There's so much more going on beneath the surface, and so we had a lot of fun telling that story, and hopefully we'll get to do more.
Yeah, there's something about the eateries, the bar, the restaurant connection to whatever area you're talking about. It's probably a huge reason why Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee has been so successful. You see that local connection to the conversation that's taking place, which, again, I think is part of the vibe there. Do you have a spot that you plan or would want to do next on the NASCAR circuit?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's so many. I would love to do Darlington, both because of the way that the track is formed. It's a strange little egg shape, and there's a great story behind that. And then also there's this legend of this lizard man that's like a kind of a Bigfoot type of monster that lives in the swamps, allegedly, not too far from the Darlington track. So, I mean, ideally, I'd love to go and tell the story of the track and then, go out in the swamps, take a boat out there and see what we can find one night. But, it's just, to me, it's just so much fun telling those stories around sporting events. And I think that the people who are particularly into college football, they know what this is like. They know that the game is the centerpiece of it all, but there's so much else that goes on around the game. And NASCAR is the same way. The race is the centerpiece, but there's so much that happens around it. So those are the stories that I love more than anything.
Jay, was there an experience that stood out to you that maybe did not make it in the broadcast, in the show, that stood out that you love to share?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there absolutely was. I'm laughing, and you'll hear why in a second. There's a dive bar not too far between a couple of towns that we went to. There's a dive bar that was apparently frequented by a serial killer not long before she was arrested, and she took care of one of her victims not too far from there. And that's not the funny part, just the fact that we were there and we checked it out. It's this legendary kind of dive bar, and we filmed some there. We talked to the bartender. We got the story, and then we ultimately decided that for a piece promoting Daytona, we probably didn't want to include a serial killer's final hideout. So So that one ended up on the cutting room floor. But it's called The Last Resort if you're ever in the Daytona area, and it's well worth checking out just for the kind of disturbing freak show value of it.
Wow.
Yeah, The Last Resort. That's kind of a haunting name too, if that's the connection.
It really is. Yeah.
Scratch off the list.
Exactly.
At NASCAR, go check it out on YouTube. You'll enjoy it. I sent it to a friend who's a big NASCAR fan. He texted back, said, love the show, love Jay Busby's work. So it'll be worth your time at the NASCAR YouTube channel. You can read Jay's work at yahoosports.com. And Jay, I think we've talked to you about him here in the last week or two with the news that Aaron Rodgers would not return to the Jets, but you wrote about him at Yahoo Sports. What kind of came to mind when you're putting the piece together about Rodgers? Does he play? What are you getting in a 41-year-old quarterback if a team goes that route this offseason?
Yeah, and there's a lot. I'm not even sure that you've whether you're referencing this or not, but I literally just published one on the record of 41-year-old and older quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's not a good one. It's not a great record. There's a lot of quarterbacks, guys like Brett Favre and Drew Brees, that retired after their year 41 season. Everyone thinks of Tom Brady, but Brady is very much the outlier. He obviously won 2 Super Bowls, one in his 41-year season and another one a couple of years later. But he's very much the outlier. Most of the big-name quarterbacks you can think of didn't even make it to their 40s. So he's kind of bucking Rodgers is kind of bucking all standards and traditions by even playing this far. So, I would not expect there to be a tremendous amount of maybe interest or success for Rodgers, but if anyone could do it, he's one of the few that could.
Do you have the destination that makes the most sense in mind for Aaron Rodgers?
A podcast, Spotify. That makes the most sense. But I don't know. I mean, it depends on what he's willing to accept. If he's going to say, starting job or nothing, and a long-term starting job or nothing, there's not a whole lot that's available out there for him. If he's willing to accept, a role as a bridge quarterback, then he could be in a position where the Raiders, the Vikings, someone like that needs a quarterback in the short term could take a chance on him. But there's just not a whole lot of options available, particularly if he wants to be a long-term starting quarterback.
Yeah, those are good options right there.
Hey, we can scratch off the Raiders, but others I think could be good options. I understand. Yeah.
I figured that hits you in a soft spot, without a doubt.
I understand their inclusion. Hey, Jay, I will understand any response. Or you might say, I was bothered by it, I loved it, don't care about it, but the NBA All-Star Weekend, Kevin Durant, I think accurately pointing out maybe what people love the most about it at this point is to complain about it, but do you have thoughts out of this past weekend? Do you have any fixes, or would you like to move on from the conversation in general?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's my confession. I actually didn't watch any of the game because the rain delay with the Daytona 500 pushed the Daytona 500 into the All-Star game territory. I mean, I used to love the All-Star game. I mean, I would absolutely watch it all the time. And back in we've talked about the great days of the 90s with Jordan and Shaq and the god-awful uniforms and Kobe being the one person taking it seriously and all of that. And you just obviously don't have that anymore. And I think the fundamental truth is that it comes down to the players. I understand Durant's point about, not wanting to hear from people hating all the time. But my colleague, Vinny Goodwill, had a great column on this a couple days ago where it fundamentally comes down to the players. They have to put in more effort. They have to want it more. They have to have more at stake than just getting a paycheck, because who cares, who makes money out of this or how much money they make. There has to be more to it than that. And I think that the idea of USA versus the world, obviously things are a little bit touchy right now globally in terms of how the U.S. and the world are viewing one another. But that's a level of national pride that works pretty well for the World Cup. And so I think that could be something, that could be a way to forward from the kind of the current mess that they have right now.
By the way, William Byron from the Daytona 500, headlines that you would add at the start of the season now that things are underway.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one that came through with the win. It was a strange sort of race. I mean, we're going to see where it goes right now from going forward, because NASCAR is very much in a transitional phase. All of the old drivers, there's not a driver left that was born in the 70s, a regular driver, and so all of the familiar names to a generation of race car fans have retired, and something is definitely lost there. Something is a connection is lost. That's the biggest challenge that NASCAR has, is that its fans don't root for teams, they root for drivers. And when those drivers retire, those fans have to find another driver to attach to, and that's not always an easy thing to do. So we're in a transitional phase for NASCAR, and it's absolutely going to be a crucial time for the sport to really reconnect with its fans and connect with a new generation of fans.
Yep, that applies to every sport, I believe, and strongly does so with NASCAR. So one more time, we'll promote. If you go to NASCAR's YouTube channel, you can find the show that debuted last week called Home Turn. Think you'll enjoy it. It's about 22 minutes when you watch on YouTube, and you can read his work at yahoosports.com. He is Jay Busby. Hey, Jay, we appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Always, my friends. Take care.
Thank you, Jay. Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports, joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We will come back. We have news with Tennessee's football coaching staff that we'll get to you when we return in our final segment of today's show on Josh and Swain.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal with Josh and Swain from noon to 3 Thursday as they broadcast live from the Bed Store in Maryville. The Bed Store has 7 convenient area locations with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Shop mattresses, accessories, and get free delivery.
Hey, Josh, I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. I hope that you don't run into a plumbing issue over the next few days, or at any time, really. You don't want to run into a plumbing problem, but we have some winter weather that is hitting right now or will be over the next couple of days that can cause issues. If you run into a frozen pipe issue or any other kind of problem, contact the professionals at Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They have experts on staff to take care of all of your plumbing needs. So if you run into a problem here in the next few days, if you are concerned about potential problems that could occur in the future, contact Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can help with preventative maintenance. They provide the highest level of professionalism in every interaction with their customers at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, and I can tell you that from the personal experience using Wilson Brothers at my home. You can call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a big announcement.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops! Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried Easy Cater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
Easy Cater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Hi, this is Will West, and I want to tell you why I packed the bag for Second Harvest. Second Harvest serves more than 15,000 children through the Food for Kids program. Starting February 10th through 22nd, Second Harvest is asking for your help to pack the bag to ensure our East Tennessee children have a better tomorrow. 296,000 East Tennesseans are at risk of hunger every day, and many don't know where the next meal's coming from. The Food for Kids program offers well-rounded, accessible meals that are kid-friendly, require no utensils so the kids can enjoy them regardless of their home situation. Each bag of food contains fruit, dairy, vegetables, grains, and proteins. $100 will fund the food for an entire year for one student. You can donate by calling 865-521-0000 or visit secondharvestetn.org/packthebag. Please help Second Harvest pack the bag. Presented by Southeast Bank.
Hey,
Hayes, Tennessee, celebrate love and liberty. 2 holidays, one incredible sale all month long at Rusty Wallace Honda. Celebrate the red, white, and blue with a President's Day special on a 2025 CRV Sport Hybrid. It's a front-wheel drive, only $339 a month. Or get Cupid's Pick, a 2025 Civic Sport Touring. It's a hybrid, only $319 a month. Your love will last since all our new Hondas come with Rusty's exclusive, no-charge, 200,000-mile warranty at the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us today. We've had a great time on 99.1 The Sports Animal, as well as AM 640 The Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. Reminder, you can always go back and listen to the show. Ron Slade joined us for most of the first hour today on the Sleigh Ride, talking Tennessee and SEC basketball. So anywhere you get your podcast, you can always listen to us on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. We're going to hit the power poll with a look at some games to watch tonight. Good night of college basketball as Tennessee is off during the midweek, and we'll play at Texas A&M coming up on Saturday. We come back with news that I read from Austin Price of VolQuest.com related to Tennessee's coaching staff, as Josh Heupel has been working over the last couple of weeks to replace Mike Eckler as he left to go to Nebraska and had served as the Vols outside linebackers coach and helped run special teams over the last 4 seasons. Not a surprise here with the news. As expected, I would say, LaVorn Harbin, commonly known as Coach Chop, has been elevated to a full-time assistant coach position to replace Mike Eckler. With special teams, Evan Crabtree has been elevated to special teams coordinator. And Austin notes that Tennessee also added NFL coaching veteran John Bonamego, who has been a head coach at Central Michigan probably about 7 years ago, I think, when his stint there ended. He was a head coach for 4 seasons and, again, has been an NFL coach as well. So a couple of promotions from within as well as an addition to the staff, as you can have a number of positions. But news that was largely expected. Coach Chop, LaVorn Harbin, is elevated to a full-time coaching position to replace Mike Eckler.
If I'm counting correctly, that would be the 5th hire from within in the last couple of years. Tight ends coach with Abe Abelin there, and then offensive coordinator, receivers coach. You have Chop, and now Crabtree. So for those guys who are on staff and put in a tremendous amount of hours, I mean, that's a good thing that you're being rewarded with. Your hard work is being elevated. And if you're Coach Heupel, I mean, if you have someone in the building that you think can do a good job and you like their work habits, you might as well hire them than to bring someone else in. But you better make sure you get those results as well too, or that decision is going to be criticized. But you look at the NFL experience from, and we would spend some time before the show because we saw this coming and kind of heard that this was going to happen. So we were practicing his last name, Bonamego, and was kind of looking at his I guess his history and his teams that he's coached before and kind of where he's been. And so you're adding a ton of experience. He's coached a lot of football. And this is an opportunity for the special teams unit to take a step forward. I mean, to really be a threat in the kickoff return game. I feel like over the last couple of years we've kind of waved a white flag and just kind of taking the ball at 25-yard line. I mean, this is an opportunity to kind of take a step forward now. As the program is more healthy, you have more scholarship players and more talented players. I mean, it's an opportunity to be a weapon on special teams. So, Chop definitely deserved being on the field with how he has recruited, the success that we see from the interior there with the defensive line, with the outside linebackers. I mean, he's made a huge impact, and happy for him. He certainly deserves it, and, we'll see what happens with these hires.
So updates there, promotions from within. Coach Chop, the full-time assistant position for him, as expected, replacing Mike Eckler. And special teams has been a group effort, will continue to be. Evan Crabtree to become the special teams coordinator, and John Bonamego, who has a lot of history coaching on special teams, will help there as well. That news from Austin Price of AllQuest.com here in our final segment.
And also mention Bonamego last week when we talked to him on Friday, along with Wiest. And, Hyper obviously decided to go with who he went with. So, if you listen to the show last week, you heard the hire's name mentioned, before today.
Other items to mention before we hit the power poll. Some items to watch in the NFL include players that could be tagged. It looks like the Bengals plan to tag T. Higgins.
They're so cheap. They're so cheap, man. They just don't want to spend any money.
Well, they've got to figure some things out because they've spent a lot on Joe Burrow.
Man,
spent a lot on Jamar Chase.
Well, Joe Burrow said he's willing to restructure his contract to try to keep the talent there, try to keep T. Higgins there. And, Jamar Chase, you got to pay him top dollar. He's arguably the best receiver in the game. And so, but if you're T. Higgins, man, it's time for you to get your bag.
You want your big deal.
Yeah, man, it's time. I mean, he's deserved an opportunity to be paid like a number one wide receiver. And so the Bengals, man, they're going to tag him again. And hopefully nothing happens where he gets hurt and loses out in that security. I mean, he's earned that security to be able to get a multi-year deal with guaranteed money. He's earned that, man. So I'm ready for T. Higgins to go somewhere else.
He played last season on the $21.8 million wide receiver tag. He would be set to earn around $26.2 million this year.
That's pretty good.
If he signs the tag. The reason it's higher is because Higgins, having previously been tagged, means he's entitled to 120% of last season's salary.
I mean, hey, I ain't complaining for him. I mean, that's $47 million in 2 years, but the guaranteed money, just in case something happens and he gets hurt, I think he has deserved that, man. He's a model citizen. I mean, he plays hard. He's making plays. There's plenty of teams out there that need a number one wide receiver, and I think it's best to go get a guy like T. Higgins and go on and get an unproven guy in the NFL.
So news there, and then Trey Smith watching to see what happens with him.
Oh, you know what's about to happen with him.
He's going to make some money.
He's about to get paid.
He's going to make some money. He's going to invest it wisely. He's going to do quite well. He's already done very well, and he will continue to. I promise you that with VFL Trey Smith.
I heard someone investing into the Josh and Swain.
We've got opportunities.
That's what I hear.
Opportunities available, Trey. We close things out on today's show with the Power Poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine. Nuclear power plant.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power! With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
Swain, we have basketball tonight. Tennessee can take a break. Tennessee fans can take a break from being anxious about it. Just watch the other teams. So we have some games for you to watch tonight, however many you want to lay out. Games for college hoops fans to enjoy this evening.
Yeah, I got three, man. Three to stand out. Wisconsin, Illinois, number 3. That's a game at 8:30. Wisconsin, 11th in the country. Illinois, they are not ranked, but we understand that they're good and they're more capable of going up there and getting the win. Number 2, Purdue at Michigan State. This is a top 15 matchup. Number 1, I think Texas A&M, Mississippi State for me. Mississippi State, more than capable of winning. They're actually favorite to win. Texas A&M, man, has been creeping into the number the 2 seed conversation in the NCAA tournament. Wade Taylor is back after sitting out some games with injury. See how they play on the road tonight.
I also have a top 3. I have a couple of honorable mentions. Villanova.
You got 5. You got top 5.
No, 3. But honorable mention 2, Villanova at UConn. Anything could happen there. Dan Hurley could be in the stands fighting fans. It's a nice early tip, too, 6:30 on FS1. And then Kansas at BYU. That one's late, 9 o'clock tip, playing out at Provo. Kansas having a run. Number 3, Purdue at Michigan State. Number 2, Illinois at Wisconsin. Number 1, we are in agreement. Texas A&M, do a little scouting, Tennessee fans, at Mississippi State tonight. That is a 7 o'clock tip on the SEC Network. Plus, you'll get the bonus of Ron Slay analysis in the studio.
Yeah, I'm just glad Ron doesn't have to talk about Tennessee. And, he don't have to be all stressed out in the studio and hanging on every shot and every play. He can just relax and chill.
Man, that second half comeback, that wasn't just important for Tennessee. That was important for VFL Ron Slay in the studio having to react to it.
No, heck yeah. I can only imagine what the conversations are like with other guys from other schools.
That is the Power Poll today. Games to watch in college basketball tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be an important show. We're going to tell you a lot about Second Harvest Food Bank, one of the most important organizations in East Tennessee. So we look forward to that coming up tomorrow at 12 o'clock, telling you about what they do and how you can help. We'll have a ton of Tennessee basketball, football, and otherwise conversation tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Josh and Swain.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business.